All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Oh, baby. Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? CamJNetwork. Sorry but not sorry. Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. Back in full effect, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. We here again on this Wednesday. We about to turn up, man. We got a lot to cover and talk about, man, for sure. Y'all, man, you feel me, man? But when y'all come in the building, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button, please. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel for sure, man. We working, we working, we working. Hey, and if y'all want to donate and support the channel, man, y'all can support the channel with the super chats now, man. We monetized up. So y'all can support the channel through super chats or Cash App, $ CamJNetwork. I prefer Cash App, but the super chats is definitely good as well, man. Y'all already know the vibes. Hey, man, we got a lit show today, man. Let's see on the building so far right here. My brother Crush the Legend, Philly in the building. My brother Crush, man, what's good, bro? What's good, brother? And my brother Dank, I see you, Dank, man. Dank, yeah, man. He said that dirty buddy, to clean paper line was crazy. Yeah, that's my cousin, man, Marco Mozzie, man. Marco Mozzie, man. He fire, man. He fire. That's my cousin, man, for sure. But I ain't gonna even hold shit up, man. I want to get started, man. So we gonna start with this first vid, and we can get this shit cracking. Yeah, V.
Okay. Given that, then, the best Thurman is known as a vicious knockout power puncher. Given that, then I would imagine you want to stay away from the guy's punch, right?
But of course, I mean, this is boxing. You got to be smart. But just like he will be coming at his best, we'll be coming at our best.
Do you think it goes all 12, Sebastian, realistically?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are thinking that. And a lot of people are favoring you in the fight just because you're the younger fighter, you're taller, you're longer, and you have a lot of momentum. You mentioned that you don't see it going the distance. Have you played it out in your mind how you have a feeling it might end?
Yeah, you have to. You have to be planning ahead. But more than anything, it's just my sister keeps mowing down all these girls. I gotta keep up. I gotta keep up.
Yeah.
He is a great fighter.
Why don't you think he's the most dangerous or the hardest opponent to date?
We have some hard competition coming up. So, I don't want to mention no names, but there was a couple of fights that they're very tough fights.
When you look at the landscape at 154, Sebastian, like how disappointed were you that fight with Xander Sayas couldn't get made?
I wasn't at the table. They were mentioning things. Look, we fought Booker, and he was the number 4, number 5 for the WBO, and that was supposed to be the defense for the WBO because no one was mandatory at the time. But as soon as that fight happened, they mandated that Zayas fight. So it's like I thought we just defended this title for them. So they had their own plans. I guess that was the plan from the beginning too. I remember after being sued the first time, they wanted us to fight Crawford two months later. And our nose was still swollen. They didn't no care for the fighter. So they have their own ideas or whatever. The WBO, it is what it is. It is what it is.
One goal for every fighter is to be undisputed. I would imagine that is your goal. You're going to collect all the titles from all the fighters in this division.
Right now, with having a taste of that, it kind of
Soured
takes it away, takes that idea away. I'll fight all these guys. But when it comes to those titles, I'm just fine with the WBC.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
It's just the politics that you didn't like them mandating things and so quickly.
Yeah, very, very distasteful.
So
Oh man. Starting off with my man Sebastian Fundora right there, man. Salute to Marcos from Fight Hub, my bad. Yeah, right there. You hear Fundora right there, man. He spoke first in the first take of the video where he was talking about the Thurman fight, saying that no, yes, this is a big name for us fighting Keith Thurman, but I think I'm gonna get him out of there. I don't think it's gonna last 12 rounds, and that's how Fundora coming with it right now tonight, man. That's how he come. He said he gonna stop Keith Thurman. That's what Fundora said, man. And me personally, just a little insight. I personally think Fundora gonna beat Thurman. I know I see a lot of people out there thinking Thurman got a chance. Was this Thurman definitely do got a chance for sure, man. I think it's like if I gave a percentage in that fight with Fundora and Thurman, I would say it's like 60-40. 60-40 for Fundora in that fight right now. You know what I'm saying? Ernie, what's good, my boy? What's good, my brother? What's popping, brother? Yeah, man. So I would say it's like 60-40 right now with Fundora Thurman right now currently. And um other part in the video where he's talking about the belt. Matter of fact, let me play this because there's some more people coming in. I'm gonna play this Fundora video back one time. Let's play it back.
okay, given that, then the best Thurman is known as a vicious knockout power puncher. Given that, then I would imagine you want to stay away from the guy's punch, right?
But of course, I mean, this is boxing. You got to be smart. But just like he will be coming at his best, we'll be coming at our best.
Do you think it goes all 12, Sebastian, realistically?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are thinking that. And a lot of people are favoring you in the fight just because you're the younger fighter, you're taller, you're longer, and you have a lot of momentum. You You mentioned that you don't see it going the distance. Have you played it out in your mind how you have a feeling it might end?
Yeah, you have to. You have to be planning ahead. But more than anything, it's just my sister keeps mowing down all these girls. You know, I gotta keep up. I gotta keep up.
Yeah.
He is a great fighter.
Why don't you think he's the most dangerous or the hardest opponent to date?
We have some hard competition coming up. So, you know, I don't want to mention no names, but there was a couple of fights that they're very tough fights.
When you look at the landscape at 154, Sebastian, like how disappointed were you that that fight with Xander Sayas couldn't get made?
You know, I wasn't at the table. You know, uh, they were mentioning things. Oh, look, we fought Booker, and he was the number 4, number 5 for the WBO, and that was supposed to be the defense for the WBO because no one was mandatory at the time. But as soon as that fight happened, they mandated that Zayas fight. So it's like I thought we just defended this title for them. So you know they had their own plans. I guess that was the plan from the beginning too. I remember after being sued the first time, they wanted us to fight Crawford 2 months later, and our nose was still swollen. They didn't no care for the fighter. So you know they have their own ideas or whatever. The WBO, it is what it is. It is what it is.
You know, one goal for every fighter is to be undisputed. I would imagine that is your goal. You're going to collect all the titles from all the fighters in this division.
Right now, with having a taste of that, it kind of
Soured it a
takes it
little.
away, takes that idea away.
Mm.
I'll fight all these guys. I'll fight all these guys. But when it comes to those titles, I'm just fine with the WBC. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
It's just
Yeah.
the politics that you didn't like them mandating things and so quickly.
Yeah, very, very distasteful.
So, like I said, let me see who else in the building just came in. Cassandra, hey, was popping with you already know. Cincinnati Chef 513 was popping with you. You already know the vibes. It was good, sister. Then my brother Desmond Scobie was popping with you, brother. He said it's Scobie time. Yeah, brother. I'm gonna open up the panels for real, for sure, too. For sure, man. Stay tuned in. So, all right, right there. That was fun doing right there, man. All right, one thing that he said in particular that caught my eye in that video clip, though, besides him saying that he gonna beat Thurman, was the fact that he talked about the process with the WBO, as far as his when he had the WBO title after beating Tim Tszyu, and he mentioned that right after he beat Tim Tszyu in that fight, the WBO mandated him and Xander. Now, if y'all remember in that process with that situation, yeah, Xander, he was the number 1 contender. And of course, like I always tell you, it always goes back to me always saying that these belts don't fucking matter at the end of the day because of the fact that they're looking for the money. They're looking how to maximize the bag. And at that moment, I remember I said it on the channel at that time. Fundora and them, they're trying to maximize their bag. They're looking for a big money fight. They don't care about the WBO belt. So they vacated it. And I think it made sense in a sense because they wanted a bigger money fight, so they went and fought them, Tim Tszyu in that process. And and even just let me go ahead and rewind in the part of the process when he mentioned about Cordell Booker. Because I seen Dave Father, I see you talking about what my brother Dave Father said. He said Booker was not the WBO defense cat. Well, Booker was in the top 5 at that time. You know what I mean? He was in the top 5 for us. I believe in the WBO. He wasn't lying about that, brother. That wasn't cat. He was ranked highly at that time when he fought Booker. And he fought Booker, wiped him off the mat, and then you got the WBO rushing the mandate to Xander. That's what really happened after. They mandated Xander after he fought Booker. And like I said, Samson and Fundora was looking for a bigger money fight. So they said, fuck it, we're gonna vacate the WBO and we're gonna fight Tim Zoo in the bigger money fight. Because they ain't like the process because they literally mandated that shit right after. And y'all gotta know who the WBO got ties to. The WBO got ties to Top Rank. Top Rank controls a lot of divisions among the WBO. Damn near throughout the whole throughout all the divisions. If you want to be honest, for real, Top Rank is heavy influence with the WBO, like heavily. So with that being said, yeah, yeah, right, Dank. It was in the WBC. It was in the WBC. He mentioned the WBO. I don't know what I think Booker was highly ranked in the WBO at that time too. He might not be in top five though. I can say that. Let me revert to that. He was top 10 for sure, but he wasn't top five in the WBO. Now in the WBC, like you said, he was in the WBC for sure. So Bob Graham, like I said, he could that top rank they control the WBO. And of course Xander Zayas, he's a top ranked fighter. So they made that situation happen right there. But like I said, you heard Fundora when they asked him about, do we want to be undisputed? He said, I don't really care to be undisputed for real after that WBO situation for real. And I'm looking at it like he looking at it as what's the point of being undisputed when you guys these guys, as far as the promotional companies, they tapped in with the sanctioning bodies and shit where they controlling situations and stuff with certain people and everything. Where you're like, fuck, I'm just trying to make the biggest matches, the biggest fights among the division. And that's what I respect out of Sebastian Fundora right there. I respect that for sure. He looking at it aspect like, yeah, I'm gonna get to my money and I'm gonna try to make the biggest fights. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about grabbing up the titles. We're gonna try to get to the biggest matchups. And this is one thing I want to put this out here and talk about tonight. Yes, we love the legacy. We love, situations where, guys is fighting for undisputed and, unifying up and everything. Like I can say that for myself. I do. But it is not a big matter to me. I care about the matchups. I care about the fighters making good matchups, whether it's a title on the line or not. And some big fights that we get, sometimes the fights don't be where it's a title on the line. I'm just saying in general. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis. No, it wasn't no title on the line for that. They fought at the catchweight. And that was a big fight. That was the biggest fight that we've had for us pay-per-view wise, you know, in this whole entire decade, damn near. So I'm just saying in general right there, it's about the matchups. It's about the matchups. It's about the fighters making good fights and fighting the best, whether it's a title on the line or not. And you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about the situation. Yes, we do love when it's undisputed and unifications and everything. It plays a big factor in a lot of fights for sure. But we gotta understand that some of that shit be glitz and glamour just for promo. You know what I mean? You may say it's a like shit, Canelo fighting William Skull. Yeah, undisputed fight right there. William Skull had the IBF. And shit, they only want Canelo to fight him so they can grab that title so they can Canelo can fight Bud and defend undisputed with Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? In that case, it's like some of the title fights be just for promo. It'd be marketing a lot of times. You know what I mean? So because everybody they go, oh, it's a title fight, it's a world title on the line. And some of the casuals they blow up off of this shit. So it's understandable. Like that's simple marketing in boxing for sure. And let me see what's right here. My brother Dane finally said just like PBC is with the WBA. Absolutely right. For sure. And the WBA got ties with Mr. Eddie Hearn as well. He got ties with the WBA as well. And shit, WBA shit. Turkey got the WBA too. By the way, too, if we want to go in a deeper perspective, shit, the WBA won't even be acknowledged on his box rank because of Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Because he bought parts of the WBA. And now you got Turkey with the Ali. Y'all don't even want me to go there, bro. Dead ahead. Bob Earl and Frank Warren made WBO relevant. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. Absolutely. I agree with you. He said, look up WBO. There's a reason a lot of UK fighters are WBO champions. Absolutely. You are absolutely right, Des. For sure, bro. Yeah, man. So, and with that being said, too, just to kind of talk a little bit, they released the prelims. They released the prelims for the Fundora and Thurman card, which of course Frank Martin, he's going to be the main event for the prelims, fighting Rancis Bartholomew. Then of course you got Kayar Balagos, Knight Theron, and then you got Luis Nunez versus Hector Sosa right there for the prelims right there. So Frank Martin, Francis Bartholomew, fight at 140 pounds right there. I can't wait to see my dog Frank, man, back in the fight, man, for sure, man. He ain't fought since the tank fighter, obviously. Uh, that was yeah, it was last year, of course. Yeah, and of course, man, you got Frank coming at 140 now, man. No, this fight right here, this was locked in a while back. They just trying to figure out the date pretty much. And now they definitely own and popping now. And I think Frank gonna, do his thing, man. I'm really curious to see what he does. And he got, Buddy McGirt as his trainer as well now. No more Derrick James. So Buddy McGirt, Frank Martin, they're working together on this fight. And I'm really interested to see how that that little mixture works with both of them guys for sure, man. And Frank, I think Frank definitely gonna do some good work up there at 140, man. I think he tough at 140. It's a lot of great matchups up there for him at 142 for sure, man. So definitely it's a thing for Frank to handle business, be Rancis, move on and get you a better name, you know what I'm saying, for us that next fight, that second fight at 140 for sure, man. So we going to keep it pushing, man. And what we got next? I wanted to do this right here. All right. So of course today, Pitbull Cruz, Lamar Roach. They had the press conference today, man, and it was real interesting, man. So I gotta play a little clip from the press conference real quick, and we can get into this real quick. And then real quick, once.
With Lamont Roach. Lamont, for you, as you prepare for this matchup, when they called you and they said Isaac Cruz, what went through your mind?
When they said Pitbull, I think Pitbull was always on the table. So let me clear something first of all for a lot of people. We already knew the tank fight was in a limbo, kinda. So let's just get that out of the way. Pitbull was always on the radar. So we weren't surprised. We definitely were ready. 140 wouldn't have been too big of a jump because I'm not a small guy, and I think I showed that in my last fight. But we was ready, and that's the kind of fight that, like I said, I'm trying to achieve my goals as well in boxing to be one of the best fighters in the world. So if I move up and beat a champion in Pitbull Cruz, then that's only a testament to what I can do in the ring and take it further.
How much, Ridley, so, but in a recent interview you said that you believe you're going to be the first man to stop Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Why so?
Like you said, I'm confident. I'm confident in my work, man. Like any other fight, it's not just Pitbull. It's like any fight. I'm always looking to hurt, demolish, stop any opponent. Like I look for that opportunity every single time in the ring. So ain't nothing changed. Like that's what I'm going to try to do. Like if it doesn't present itself, then it won't. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to do.
Man, all right, man. You heard the boy Lamar Rose right there, man. Right as they're talking up there in the press conference, man. Matter of fact, I actually want to run that back. We got some more people in the building right here. My boy Dad, he said strip roach. Hey, Hey, the WBA, man. Hey, they giving him just due right now, dog. Like, hey, what you working with that comment right there? I thought about that shit earlier when I was looking at this press conference earlier, and I'm like, they ain't doing nothing with him. He done fought at 135. Now he's fighting at 140. Like, and he fighting in the WBC. He fighting for the WBC interim title at 140 because Pitbull got the WBC interim title at 140. Like WBA, they ain't saying shit. They giving them just due right now. But hey, salute to my brother Dean, man. Ringwalk Boxing Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Ringwalk Boxing Podcast, man. He live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, man. So salute to my cousin for sure. And salute to the dog BVO, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother BVO too, man. Cleveland shit, man. Ohio shit, you feel me? You know what I mean? You can subscribe to my brother BVO, STN, all of them guys over there. That's the guys over there, man, for sure. For sure. Man, I'm gonna run this one back. Let's run this back.
With Lamont Roach. Lamont, for you, as you prepare for this matchup, when they called you and they said Isaac Cruz, what went through your mind?
When they said Pitbull, I think Pitbull was always on the table. So let me clear something first of all for a lot of people. We already knew the Tank fight was in a limbo, kinda. So let's just get that out of the way. Like, so Pitbull was always on the radar. So we weren't surprised. We definitely were ready. 140 wouldn't have been too big of a jump because I'm not a small guy, and I think I showed that in my last fight. But we was ready, and that's the kind of fight that, like I said, I'm trying to achieve my goals as well in boxing to be one of the best fighters in the world. So if I move up and beat a champion in Pitbull Cruz, then that's only a testament to what I can do in the ring and take it further.
How much? So, but in a recent interview, you said that you believe you're going to be the first man to stop Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Why so?
Like you said, I'm confident. I'm confident in my work, man. Like any other fight, it's not just Pitbull. It's like any fight. I'm always looking to hurt, demolish, stop any opponent. Like I look for that opportunity every single time in the ring. So ain't nothing changed. Like that's what I'm going to try to do. Like if it doesn't present itself, then it won't. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to do.
All right, so right there, man. All right, Pitbull Cruz, Lamont Roach, December 6th. I love this fight. I love this fight for a lot of reasons off of the style clash of both guys. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull Cruz, of course, obviously he a pressure fighter. Lamont Roach, counter puncher. You know what I mean? In his own right, very technical, very skilled. You know what I mean? You already know Pitbull Cruz. He coming, all gas, no brakes. Don't give a fuck. Won't throw a jab at all in the fight. You know what I mean? And this poses for an amazing fight right here. Amazing fight for real. I love this style class. Absolutely, Bruce Gas. Perfect style matchup for sure. And what caught my eye in this clip though with Lamar Roach was the fact that this man stops when they asked him, about the fight with Pitbull. He says, "Yeah, Pitbull's on my radar." And then he said, "You already know, the Tank fight got in a limbo." Nigga, we talking about Pitbull. Why the fuck are we talking about Tank? Let me ask that question. Let's start there. Why are we talking about Tank? For one. This man is really butthurt over this Tank situation, man. Even after the fight, even after the press conference today, he had an interview on Fight Hub where he's talking about Tank. You know what I mean? He's going to talk about Tank and everything. Pitbull, his team, they going to talk about Tank because everybody is having this whole imagination, this whole thought of the process of Tank's going to fight the winner of this fight after he fights Jay Pryor, which is like I said, he got to show me for me to believe it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it. And that's what we're going to say about that in particular. But in general, Lamont, stop talking about Tank, bro. You got Pitbull. Talk about Pitbull, bro. Talk about your other shit. If you moving on, move on. You're not moving on. You're not. You just on Danger Project last week Whole hour and a half interview, not talk about nothing, on some goofy shit, talk about Tank. They're like, come on, bro. The session is crazy. It's nasty work at this point, bro. It's nasty. Like it's real life nasty. But besides that, he said that Pitbull was always on his radar. You know what I mean? Which is, obviously PBC always had like a thought process of pairing these two guys up. And you look at the whole storyline of this whole matchup, it's a perfect storyline of the matchup. Both these guys fought Tank Davis. Both of these guys fought Tank Davis in close competitive fights where, Pitbull, he lost to his fight and by decision. And of course, Lamar Roach, he had a draw with Tank, which he been on the whole fucking, draw tour ever since. You know what I mean? Which has been very interesting. Very interesting. But overall, Lamar said he gonna be the first one to stop Pitbull. And I found that I was like, okay, he popping shit. He popping shit. I want to see it, man. I want to see it. I want to see him stop Pitbull, man. Lamar Rose said he gonna be the first one to stop Pitbull. I want to see it. And you notice he said that, you know, he's big for the weight. He said 140 ain't gonna be nothing to him. Notice that for a lot of you guys that be trying to say that Tank pull up guys, because Lamar Rose said 140 ain't gonna be nothing for him. And like my brother said, my brother Des Visco, he said strip Lamont. The WBA they riding with everything with Lamont right now. You know what I mean? I guess they giving them just due because of the fact that Tank ain't fighting them. That's what I'm thinking. The reason why they ain't stripping Lamont is because of the fact that Tank ain't fighting him in particular. You know what I mean? And people are hopeful Tank to fight the winner of this fight. Both these guys are hopeful too in that as well. And let me play this clip right here from Sean Gibbons. This is Pitbull Cruz. This is his manager right here.
I spoke to both of them obviously just moments ago, and I said, there's one thing you have in common. You haven't got that rematch versus Javante.
Right.
Regardless of, moving forward, whatever happens on December 6th, do you feel that the rematch versus Javante could happen to both sides, either or, given it was going to take place with Javante taking that exhibition fight versus Jake Paul?
Yeah, it could, but we're not basing what we do anymore on Gervonta Davis. If we win this fight, we are going to be that kind of, when I say new face, there's never going to be a Canelo, just like never be like a Chavez Sr. But right now, Mexico is looking for that next guy to really get behind, and they love Isak. And Isak's been right there to the mountain, right? He was right there with the Jose Valenzuela fight that he was about to step in and really make a difference with that, being the face of Mexico boxing. So yeah, this is definitely his moment.
Yeah, obviously with Canelo, his last performance against Crawford, and now, the torch, somebody has to take that torch, yeah. Right? So Pitbull could be a perfect ideal fighter for the Mexican people.
He could be.
He could be. It'll be amazing to see that as well.
Hey, so that was really interesting right there, man. We got some more people in the building, man. Let me see who all in the building. Let me salute my peoples in here, man. My family in here, man. My brother, man. No more sleepwalking, man. Salute to my dog, man. What's good, brother? What's popping, bro? What's popping? Yeah, my brother Bruce Gas, he said that's gonna be a banger. Yes, most definitely. Pitbull Cruz and Lamar Rose gonna be a bona fide banger. Cam J banger alert. Out the gate. For sure. No more sleepwalking said, I'm wrong. I don't like how he conduct himself. Hey, bruh. I'm right along with you, bro. I'm right along with you, bro. Like it's a way. Like, bro, if you're like I said, if you're moving on, move on. Don't mention the man's name. We just seen fucking Shakur yesterday in the interview with the dude, I feel like Justin LeBoy, whatever his name, in the interview with Justin LeBoy over here, not even trying to mention Tank's name at all in the interview for the first time ever. But that was kind of iffy too. We'll get to that later though. Nano Grand said, "How does Roach get praised for fighting Pitbull, but they bash Tank for fighting Pitbull?" Interesting question. The reason why is because they don't. Everybody don't like Tank fighting Jay Paul right now. That's the reason why they don't like Tank fighting Jay Paul. You know what I mean? Exactly. And the twist part about that is if Lamar Roach he beat Pitbull, a lot of people gonna say Lamar Roach really won the fight with Tank, and they gonna say that Lamar Roach is better than Tank. That's the crazy part. And vice versa with Pitbull, if Pitbull beat Lamar Roach, you're gonna have people saying that Lamar Roach was ass and Tank ain't really like that for real. That's gonna be the crazy part about that shit. That's the crazy twist about it. You already got people painting that narrative already. Showbiz, he's the first motherfucker I heard say that already. That's the crazy part. We already know the narratives with this shit already among this fight, how people's going to pair this shit for Tank already. You know what I'm saying? Among the haters. You feel me? Salute to my brother Thrill Hill. Man, yeah, I seen your post, brother. Hey, man, for sure, bro. Hey, my Buckeyes, man. My Buckeyes lit right now, dog. They on another level right now, man. Y'all, hey, Washington, I'm glad y'all got the win. We want y'all to keep winning, though, man. So y'all make the resume for the Buckeyes look good. As long as y'all keep winning, y'all make us look good, man. And y'all solid team, bro. It's a great team. The atmosphere in Washington was amazing last week, man. Well, the week before when we played, man. Amazing shit though, man. But my Buckeyes is lit right now, though, on the football side, on the college side. You feel me? Salute to my brother Thrill Hill, man, for sure. The SRT Butter said, being the B side of Pitbull is crazy. Hey, I don't think it's crazy, honestly, for real. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, like in the clip that I played, and I'm gonna play it back in a minute. Sean Gibbons mentions the fact that Pitbull, they're trying to look for a bigger star as far as the Mexican fan base, and Pitbull he draws a lot of fans when he fights. That's just the pure facts. He hasn't main evented his own card in particular, but this is his first one, and they're doing it in Texas. And you already know it's a lot of Mexicans and a lot of other Spanish people that's out there in Texas for sure, and out there in San Antonio. So he gonna draw a big crowd. Now, do I like this fight being for pay per view? I don't care for this fight being pay per view, honestly. But I mean, it is what it is. It's cool. But Lamont Rose being the B side in this situation, it's not nothing surprising to me, and it's not no big deal to me, in my opinion, honestly. You know what I mean? 2 cents boxing. Salute to my sister, man. Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to my sister's 2 cents boxing, man, for sure, man. Y'all already know the vibes. My brother Darius Warren in the building, man. What's good with you, brother? What's good? What's good, bro? Okay. My brother Lee Jackson in the building. What's good, brother? What's popping? What's popping? Then my brother Dez and Scope, he said he got a mandatory waiting to fight. Who's holding the interim title? Who you were talking about? Are you talking about Lamont? I don't know. They ain't mandated anything with Lamont at 130 right now. They give him free right to do everything. No more sleepwalking said sounds like a weight bully. Hey, you feel me? They talk about Tank pulling this motherfucker up and like he doing some foul shit, but then you got this guy fighting at 140 for one thing. He a champion at 130. I'm just saying. Lamar Roach is a champion at 130 for the WBA, and he's fighting for the WBC at 140 with Pitbull Cruz. That's all I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Flatbush, what's good, my brother? What's popping, bro? What's good, man? Glad to see you in the building, brother, for sure. Two says he be on some bullshit. Facts, sis. Thomas Hill in the building, man. What's good, brother? What's good? What's good, bro? Going through real quick, man, so we can get back to this shit. Oh shit, my brother in the fucking building. I seen my brother building. Dean by any means, man. What's good, my motherfucking brother? Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Dean by any means. My brother been cooking up crazy over there, man. Every day, man. Subscribe to my brother, man, for the show. From Philly to Cincy type shit. You feel me? All right, man. So let's get back to this shit with I want y'all to hear what Sean Gibbons said again.
I spoke to both of them obviously just moments ago, and I said there's one thing you have in common. You haven't got that rematch versus Javante.
Right.
Regardless of, I mean, moving forward, whatever happens on December 6th, do you feel that the rematch versus Javante could happen to both sides, either or, given it was going to take place with Javante taking that exhibition fight versus Jake Paul?
Yeah, it could, but we're not basing what we do anymore on Javante Davis. If we win this fight, we are going to be that kind of, when I say new face, I mean, there's never going to be a Canelo, just like never be like a Chavez Sr. But right now, Mexico is looking for that next guy to really get behind, and they love Isak. And Isak's been right there to the mountain, right? He was right there with the Jose Valenzuela fight that he was about to step in and really make a difference with that, being the face of Mexico boxing. So yeah, this is definitely his moment.
Yeah, obviously with Canelo, it was last performance against Crawford, and now, the torch, somebody has to take that torch, right? So Pitbull could be a perfect ideal fighter for the Mexican people.
He could be.
He could be. It'll be amazing to see that as well.
Yeah. So you already see right there, like I said, they cap and talk about they ain't waiting for Tank Davis, man. Let's start there. They capping. Pitbull been talking about Tank ever since he fought him, and it's going to continue. Both of these guys is not going to be able to not talk about Tank throughout this whole entire build up until December 6th. That's just the fact of the matter. They're both tied to Tank. The whole storyline of this fight revolves around Tank. Tank made these boys look good. Made these boys definitely in the public eye in a bigger way, man, for sure. Salute to my brother. Salute to my brother Trey Skills, man, with the $2 holler, man. What's popping with you, brother? Salute, brother. Salute, man. Yeah. So with this, man, I'm just saying, with Pitbull, they looking at him as the next Mexican star, and right here, they're starting with this fight right here. For us, they're trying to have this as a pay-per-view fight and everything, and market it very well and everything. I love this fight, absolutely, man, for real. This is gonna be a banger, and just to add context a little bit to this card in particular, as far as these guys, rumor happening that Janet back and Laura, they gonna be the co-main for this card on December 6th right here. Now you already know this is a unification fight at 160. Janet back, he got two titles up there at 160. Laura got one of them. And amazing fight right here, man. Janet back, he been at Carlos Adames' helmet for months on Twitter, and I've been seeing this on the channel. Like he been at Carlos Adames for months, but I think Carlos Adames is about to move up to 168 though. That's the move, obviously, because you got Jesus Ramos fighting Shane Mosley Jr. October 25th on the Fundora Thurman card for that WBC 160 interim title, and that's Carlos Adames' title. So it all leads up to Carlos Adames looking like he's going to move up to 168 and contend up there. You know what I mean? So you got Janet back and Laura right here. Hey, amazing fight at 160. Gonna be a banger right here, man. Banger. Laura, he ain't fought since he fought Danny Garcia last year. He stopped Danny Garcia last year. Janet Beck, he fought a few months ago and stopped his op. No, both of these guys, Laura, he looked like his powered and carried up crazy up there at 160, man. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like at his age, he's just like it's crazy, man. Got that old man strength up there, man, for sure. You feel me? For sure. But back to this though, because I see some comments. Let me read some comments real quick. Two Cent said he not gonna rematch Tank. Man, if Tank offered either of these guys a fight, man, after these guys fight, they're gonna take the fight. We all know that. We could go ahead and cut the bullshit on that shit. They ain't gonna sell me no bullshit. As far as that, we ain't even going there. Desmond said Ben Rodriguez should be the face of boxing, or David, the face of Mexican boxing, or David Benavidez. I think all three of them. I mean, Pitbull, those things. I'm more so both of them. In my opinion, Pitbull is there though because he bring them out, man. Real shit. Last year when Pitbull fought on that undercard with Bud, he brought a lot of people out for that Bud Crawford and Madrimal fight, man. Probably more than Bud, honestly. But I ain't gonna go there though. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop, man. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started, man. That is. They said Tank, almost beat Tank fight. These Tank pay-per-views for real. That is, bro. Hey, man. I wanted to do so. All right, so let's talk about this, man. Let me talk about my youngest, man. All right, so the other day, a few days ago, man, Camille Moulton, he put this up on Twitter right here, man, with the shark emoji right here. And then you already know who he talking about for as that era, for as these youngest, man. He talk about my dog Scooter Davis, you feel me? So no, Scooter, my brother, he replied, he said, don't keep subtweeting me knowing they not gonna let you off the leash for real. And then they going back and forth. Scooter said, don't throw your way into an ass whooping. You'll be a meme like Harambe, little boy. And then, my boy Matt from Blunt's Boxing, he said Scooter Davis versus Camille. Then Scooter said he know his team not letting them do that right now. I don't know why he pump faking for the internet. So you got the two guys right here, man. Scooter Davis, Camille Moulton, both of the young guys out here, they popping shit, man, on Twitter, man, which is, I love it. I love it. I love it, bro. Scooter, hey, he just signed his deal with Top Rank, so he a Top Rank fighter now. And of course, Camille, he's still with Floyd Mayweather, of course. This fight right here it's not ready yet. It's not ready. It's not, in my opinion, it's not ready yet. I love this fight. I want this fight to happen in the future. But this fight is in particular is not ready yet. It's definitely not ready yet. And Scooter, he popping this shit to my man. They ain't letting them do that, man. And I honestly think Camille and his team, they ain't about to let Camille fight Scooter right now. That's the fight that they see futuristic, where that could be a big money fight, super fight down the line. You know what I'm saying? Because both of these guys, like I said before, and when I talk about these guys, I feel like they the future in this next era for sure. You know what I'm saying? What you say, BBO? You talking about? You said Mo stop him. You crazy as hell. Mo Camille ain't stopping Scooter, bro. You tweaking. You tweaking. I don't say either right now. I don't think either one. I don't know. I think this would be this is a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, right there. I may add Scooter a little bit right now. In my opinion, I add Scooter over Camille right now. That's just me. I think Scooter more seasoned than Camille right now. That's just my opinion. Like, I think he more seasoned. Then he said, Dad just said, Camille taking baby steps. He's not Andy Cruz, Loma, anyway. Yeah, bro. Yeah, but he fought Anthony Cuba. The fight that he had with Anthony Cuba, that was a fire ass fight. That's Leo Santa Cruz fighter, Anthony Cuba. He been fighting on Pro Box a little bit recently. Like that was a good fight for him. You know what I mean? But other than that, you definitely right. They taking it definitely slow for sure. And salute to my sister, Raina in the building. Salute, sis. What's popping? What's popping? Yeah, man. All right, so let me play this clip, man. Let's get to this other shit real quick. And
Could you still make 168? Is that a possibility?
Honestly, bro, my plan is after this fight, I want to go down to 154. Nah, bro. I'm done with cruiserweight. You know, I want to take this opportunity though. Yes, I say cruiserweight. I want to take this opportunity to, congratulate Crawford. You know, he put a hell of a performance. He's up there in the Mount Rushmore of the greatest fighters of all time. And, let Crawford do his thing, bro. At the end of the day, I have no interest in fighting Crawford. I have no interest in going down to 168. I mean, yeah, it's nice that it would be dope winning all titles, but I'm way past that at 168. I found the only reason I wouldn't even go down to 168 for Canelo, and I'm just being real with you, and let Crawford do his thing, let him have his, let him. I want to give his flowers, man, because he's a great fighter, man. When there's no other fighters coming up from 147 to beat a type of fighter like Canelo at 168, and Crawford, he's one of the greatest of all time. So, I have no interest in going down to 168. I'm not saying that I'm scared of Crawford or whatever, but Crawford's a man at 168. That's his weight class. I'm done with 168.
so there you got David Benavidez right there, man. Popping shit, man. Hey, if y'all ain't hit the like button, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, man, for sure, man. And of course, man, the super chat is available, man. The Cash App open, man. We lit now, man. We monetized up over here. So, yeah, man. David Benavidez, he said he don't got no aspirations of fighting Bud Crawford. And of course, Bud Crawford team, they said they ain't got no aspirations of fighting him either. Bud Crawford wants to fight at 160, possibly go down there, and it is what it is from there. But I found that shit interesting when that man, like, was it? I know they wasn't gonna fight. It just it don't, the fight don't make sense for them. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense for them. You feel me? And let's talk about it right here. But this is on Boxing News 24 right here. Bernie the Boxer said that Bud Crawford's price tag is 100 million to get him back in the ring. He said if that's a Terrence number, Turkey is going to have to get him to agree to stick his neck on fighting David Benavidez. If Bud wants that money, he's going to have to show some courage, climb out the foxhole, and meet the Mexican monster in the open ground. Now, what was so crazy was I was clowning around on Facebook. Salute to my brother D1, man. Hey, let me show you what I'm saying. Yeah. So, hold on, damn, the book. All right, this shit crazy. So, let me see that. One thing I was playing around on Facebook, I was like, so Bud Crawford won $100 million to fight David Benavidez, and then what caught me well fucked up was people was like, oh, he should get the 100 million. I'm like, shit. He won 100. I don't care if he would get it. He won 100 million to fight David Benavidez. If he do, he do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You feel me? But I tell you one thing. That's what he gonna have to do. That's what he gonna have to do. He gonna have to take. He gonna have to. He gonna have to. If he won 100 million, he got to fight David Benavidez. That's the only way he gonna get 100 million. That's literally the only way he gonna get 100 million. Is fighting David Benavidez. Let me pin this shit. Let me pin this link to the chat real quick, and let me play this real.
I think Crawford took it way more serious than Canelo, which is kind of weird because, the amount of money that Canelo was making. And I know all these people say, oh, yeah, talking shit about Canelo. I'm not talking shit about him. He just didn't look like he really prepared 100%. Just throwing 10 punches around. Or I think his ego is that big that he thought that, oh, I'm just going to walk through him, catch him with a good shot, and it's going to be done. As you can see, Crawford is a different type of fighter. Not only has he had the boxing IQ, he has that dog in him. He was in there. He was brawling with Canelo like in the 8th, 9th, getting the best out of him. Boxing, he's epitome of a great boxer. There's a lot of lessons to be learned in that fight. You know what I mean? If you really want to make something come true and you really believe it, you can make it come true. And then the other lesson is don't let your ego get the best out of you, and don't think that you don't have to prepare because you're a bigger fighter. You know what I mean? That shit will bite you in the ass.
Man, salute to my brother Desmond Scovey. Man, what's good with you, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling, bro. Enjoying this nice day out.
Let me shout out. Salute to my brother D1, man, with the 499 banger, man. Salute to you, my brother, man, for the show, man, for the hard work and dedication. He said,
Yeah, let's salute
to the 199 for my brother Big Bob Gunn, man. Salute to my dog, man, for the show, man. Salute to y'all.
Salute
Y'all already know.
boxing.
Hey, salute to my sister always. For sure, man. What's up? Yeah, so what you think about this right here with David Benavidez right here, man? What he just said.
David's right to a degree. Crawford doesn't want he doesn't want 100 million to fight David. He wants 100 million to fight for Dave Crawford. Coach Bernie Davis, his assistant coach, said that 100 million to fight the undisputed 160-pound winner. That's pretty much what they told Turkey.
Facts.
So whoever becomes the winner and undisputed at 160, then Crawford will move down and fight them, but only for 100 million. Pretty much, if they don't get that price tag, not even 90, not even 99. He said this himself, not 75, not 90, not 99, 100. If they don't get it, Crawford already had his last fight.
Facts. Shell Moore was good, my dog.
Big homie, what's going on with you, man? What's up with you, bro? Just got out the gym, trying to burn this fat off. You know how we do it.
Yes, sir.
So what y'all cooking on, man? Y'all cooking on. First of all, who bullshit ass quote was that you put up there talking about Bud got to step out of the foxhole or some shit? Like who's
this? This on Boxing News 24.
That's one of the.
Them dudes.
I know that guy. I know that guy. He's an asshole.
Yeah,
I know that guy who writes those articles for Boxing News 24. The lead writer isn't. He's always looking for clickbait. Always. He's always looking for clickbait.
But this my thing though. Only who Crawford gonna make 100 mil fighting though?
You know who you gonna laugh at me. You gonna laugh at me. But you know who I think he can make $100 million fighting? Jerron Boots Ennis.
If you do the fight on the East Coast, yeah. Philly fans travel.
I don't think he'll make 100 million. I don't think he would.
People everywhere want to see that fight. I'm the president of the Bud Crawford fan club, and I want that fight. That's the fight I want.
Hey, yo, here's how it could happen. It's a wild statement. I've only heard it a couple times in boxing, but do y'all remember when Corey Spinks fought Zab Judah in the early 2000s?
Yeah.
So
yes, I do.
That was a 50-50 number. So they split it 50-50 for the first fight in Vegas. And then when Zab lost, Zab wanted his rematch. And Corey said, you only getting a rematch if I get like 3 or 4 mil. And Don told Zab, if you want the fight, you got to take 100 grand. Zab took the fight. He took the ring for 100 grand in St. Louis. It broke the record, like 21,000 people for a fight. It held the record at that time until it was broken by Staples Center, Mosley and Margarito. And Zab won. That's the only, Zeron's gonna have to take like 10%. It's gonna be like a 90-10 split, pretty much. 95-5. That's the only way that fight happens.
Let me ask you this. What did Floyd take for Oscar? Wasn't it 80-20 or 90-10, something like that?
Yeah, he said it was an 80-20 split. It was
Yeah,
80-20. He
but
wanted 70.
remember though, Floyd did that. Why? Because he wanted to be a star, and he was a star. Bud's already 38 years old. He had a lot of time to become a star. But I believe that Top Rank held him back from a lot of top opposition. I do think Bud wanted to get those fights because he showed it. He showed it with this Canelo fight, and he clearly outboxed Canelo, and he did good. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Bud is at the point where they're gonna just throw him 100 M's and just be like, "Here you go, Bud. Take this money and fight Janabek." People don't
What
want
has
to see
always
that.
kind of been the problem with Bud's
Hell no, he
career,
ain't doing that with no Janabek.
you know,
Janabek ain't gonna get him no 100 M's.
well, you know,
It's
that's
gonna
kind
have
of
to be
been Bud's
David.
problem
It's
throughout
gonna
his
have to be David
career.
Benavidez, and it ain't. If it
Wait,
ain't David
let me ask y'all a
Benavidez, it ain't happening.
question. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let me ask y'all a question. Who's the bigger name? Janabek, Adames, Lara, or Ennis?
Laura, I gotta go with Laura. He been
Bigger
around longer. He
name,
been around
The
more
bigger
longer.
name,
casuals know
the bigger
Boots,
Boost is the
but
name in the
bigger
more
sport
name.
boxing
right
fans
now.
know
Boost
Lara.
The
is
bigger
definitely
name
the
in the
bigger
sport
name.
right now.
Boots is more of a casual name. More casual boxing fans know Boots, yeah. And casual fans
But
pay the bills, not us. That's the fact.
but hey,
Exactly.
let's
That's
be
what I'm
honest
saying.
though. Let's be honest. Bud
Huh?
ain't getting a
Uh-huh.
100 M's for fighting Boots. Hell no.
If he ain't get 100 M's for fighting Boots, he ain't gonna get 100 M's for fighting nobody. Because I don't think he gets 100 M's for fighting Benavidez.
If that's the
I think
case,
he
Me
gets
then
either.
we
50.
just
Me
seen
either.
like Coach Bernie Davis said, if he don't get the 100 M's for his next fight, we just seen Crawford's
They
last
packing him
fight.
up.
Hold on, give me one
Now
second, y'all.
let me ask you
Give
this.
me one second.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. Hold
Go
on.
ahead,
Hey,
Cam. Go ahead, Cam. My bad.
salute to my brother David Lynch with the $5 super chat, man. Peace and blessings, brother, man. You want love. You already know, my dog. Salute to you, man. Be more in the building, man. Salute to my dog J Man in the building, man. Cincinnati in the building. Cash Force. Make sure y'all subscribe to the OG Cash Force, man. That's in the game, talking the boxing on the historian shit for sure. And salute to my dog Dondre them in the building. I see him in the building. He said, Bud ain't trying to fight no boots.
Here's my
And salute to
opinion,
my
guys.
dog Tim Layton in the building too, man.
Here's my opinion. Bud is treating Boots how he was treated by the PBC welterweights, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that Sean Porter Sean Porter had an interview and they asked him, is he gonna fight Boots? And he said Pacquiao, Mosley, Floyd. He said none of those legendary welterweights fought me or Keith. You know, we didn't get those legendary guys. So why am I gonna give the next Hungry Lions the chance that I never got? So he was adamant, I'm not fighting Boots. Keith Thurman was adamant, I need 50 mil to fight Boots. You know what I'm saying? When Crawford was on Top Rank trying to get those PBC guys to come over, Bob said, I'm only offering 4 mil. That's it. The only person that said yes was Sean. Danny Garcia
Right.
turned it down. Your Dennis Ugas turned it down. Thurman said, I want 50. You know what I'm saying? The only person that said I'll take the 4 mil was Sean. And Sean he even said they offered him $2 million at first. $2 million? That's crazy. So Bob was always going to be penny pitching on Bud. Hell, when Manny said I want 40 to fight Bud before the Horn fight, Bob said go kick rocks. So money has always been an issue, and then also how people view everything. Since all the welterweights were fighting each other on PBC, the media had to, not the media, but the fans had to assume, well, maybe Bud ain't that good since they ain't trying to fight him. And then kind of the same thing is happening to Boots. Well, if Crawford ain't trying to fight him and Sean didn't want to fight him and he can't get verdict, how come? You know what I'm saying?
Boots ain't want Virgil, bro. Let's be honest. Boots said, I want all the top names at 154. And what did he do? He went and fight Lima Bean. Who the fuck is that guy?
I mean, just because we don't know him doesn't mean he's not that good. That's the one thing I always say
Bro,
about boxing. Just because we don't
we
know
don't
who a
know who
fighter
he
is
is.
He a title
doesn't
contender.
mean he can't be good. No one knew who Sandra Martin was before he beat Mikey Garcia, but now everyone knows who he is.
But
That's just
this
kind of
is
how boxing
different.
goes.
This is a European dude in the UK. They know who he is in the UK. He's just not televised in the States. And what do they say? Boxing is more important and it counts in the US, not in the UK. Like, yes, these dudes are good, but they're not better than the US. And I'll be honest, I don't think Lima is even that good of a fighter. And I bet you
Well,
anything, Boots is gonna stop him.
well, no, I agree with you that the American skill set is a little bit better than the UK skill set. The only issue is the UK scene. Well, this is getting out of that, but I feel as though UK has a more respectable boxing scene as their approach to their fighters,
No,
champions
they
or
do.
not, versus America. Here in America, you be a champion, no defenses, lose your first defense, you're a bum. In England, you're a champ to the day you die, whether you have 10 defenses or 0 defenses. That isn't happening in America. You don't get that type of love here. Same with Japan, Australia, Mexico, Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like in America, we say, well, it only matters if you do it here. Okay, to a degree because of the media level, but also at the same time, there is a lack of appreciation and love towards the fighters here versus literally everywhere else. Like, yeah, the
Yeah.
more eyes will be on you, but it's almost like are the eyes worth it because it comes with so much more criticism, so much more of this, so much more of that. Remember, Inoue only fought in America. He's only fought in America like 3 or 4 times. But
But
you
nah,
can't say,
but it in a way packed out on a Sunday, bro. On a Sunday,
well,
he
yeah,
packed out.
yeah, that happens. You get those guys that can cross over, but at times it takes the average American fan, in my opinion, is not that educated beyond what's in front of their faces when it comes to boxing. So we're quick to say, "Oh, that guy's this, that guy's that," just because we don't see them. Hell, we don't even pay attention to shit that doesn't even happen in America. We literally, because most Americans consider boxing like an American sport, but it isn't. It's international. You know what I'm saying? So like it. Sometimes you got to give these guys the benefit of the doubt because just like we haven't heard these European fighters or Asian fighters or Australian fighters, they might have not even heard of some of our guys. It's happened because they're in their own stratosphere. Like Japan never has to really fuck with us outside of the bigger weight class. Same with Mexico, same with Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of the bigger weight classes, everyone else kind of like in their own little bubble. While we were complaining that boxing was dying, everywhere else was thriving.
Well said, for sure, man.
But I
For
do agree
sure.
that Boots fighting Lima is 50-50. As in not like it's a 50-50 fight, but I agree to an extent that like, okay, you want to dip your toe in the water before you move up. But then it's also like you can't talk cash money hot shit and then start backpedaling when it's time to when it's time to go into the fire. That's just my whole thing. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
and it's true just because the only reason why I'm saying that Boots is gonna walk this dude down, let's be honest, Lima, because I've seen some of his fights, and of course, you know, I mean, to the hardcores, Lima, he's a power puncher, but that's all he has to offer. Whenever I see that dude fight, it doesn't look like he has angles. So I don't know if it's just me seeing him, you know, trying to get the dudes out of there. But I see like this this last fight with Boots, he looked good and he showed those angles. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think Lima's even on a level. And you see, one thing about Boots that I don't like is I think Boots got one of the worst fan bases aside from Devin Haney. Because right now I've heard them say, Boots can beat Bud. I don't believe it just because of that off that win that I just seen Boots do to Canelo.
You mean
And
Crawford and Canelo?
yeah, my bad. Bud and Canelo. After seeing the skill set from Bud, and also too, like Bud is good. Don't get me wrong. Like Bud is very good. The only thing that I see Bud beating these dudes is what gives him that advantage. He doesn't fight for a whole year, and he doesn't take a lot of punishment.
Well, you gotta think
So
also, people kept thinking that Bud is like a small guy. I'm like, Bud is a gym rat. He stays in the gym
nah, he's huge,
24/7,
bro. He's
365,
huge.
24 and more. He walks around at 170 pounds. You know what I'm
Yeah, no,
saying?
I believe it. I
I'm
believe it,
like,
bro.
bro,
So let me play this face off from these guys right here from the yesterday right here.
You ready? I'm more ready.
You better be.
Yeah, Saturday we'll
You ain't got
see.
no choice to be ready.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
This belt has come to Portugal. We'll see.
Not at all. And we can bet whatever too.
I
You
will
wanna
do.
bet you wanna bet your purse?
I will do. Sorry, I don't throw bets.
You wanna bet your purse?
I don't throw bets.
Yeah, man. Boots Ennis versus UISMA Lima fight week, man, is here, man. That 154 is
I'm
on
more
the interim
interested in
title on
Dave
the line.
Allen versus Akhmadaliev. Akhmadaliev. I'm more interested in that fight, that
That's
heavyweight
right.
fight.
Yeah, that fight Saturday
I'm
too,
more,
earlier
that's more
today.
of an interesting fight as far as like both guys' stories, both guys' abilities, and who doesn't love a good redemption story with David Allen? I mean, we literally saw this guy get beat to bits by Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? And now he's at a position to where he could possibly be putting himself to fight for a heavyweight title if he gets past Akhmadev and be a legit top 10 heavyweight. If not that, then at least fight Kabayel for the interim belt, you know, or the winner of Parker Wardley for their interim belt.
Right.
And that's my thing. Why we have a lot of interim championships right now in boxing. Like there are a lot of interim champions
Too many, bro.
in
Way too
divisions
many.
with actively defending belts. Like Roach versus Pitbull. Sabril Matias is fighting Dalton Smith this year. But
When?
how does
When?
that have an interim
That
title
ain't
when the
the
champ
interim
is
though.
active?
That's got Matias got the actual belt though. He got the actual
Yeah, that's
he
what I'm
the
like.
actual
How is
champion.
there an interim belt when there's an actively defended championship? It's not.
They only have the interim only for cases that like when Lomachenko was out and shit, and then they start doing all that crazy shit with him, giving him different titles and all of that shit
It's
for
because
us
of
his actual
the
title and
WBC
shit.
situation. They gave him the franchise,
Yeah.
and he had an interim, then a franchise.
Yeah,
It's like,
so
but
I
that's
mean,
not the
yeah,
real belt
the
though.
interim shit is just just another stands for the next guy up, pretty much.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I
No,
don't take two contacts into it for real.
no, I get that. My whole thing is like I always thought growing up traditionally watching boxing, I always thought the interim belt, like how I saw it, if a dude is injured, the champ's injured, then we need an interim belt to keep the division healthy. Or if a guy was gonna pull like a Chad Dawson, I'm gonna move down to 168, fight Ward, but I'm coming right back up to 175. Okay, do an interim belt for that. The belt's gonna be frozen for like 6 to 10 months. Do an interim for that. But if we have active champions defending the belt, they just got to get in line and fight. Why do we have interim titles? But it's also because of the promotional the promotional red tape. Oh, I ain't liking the money right now. I want to fight. How about we build it up? This ain't a fight to be marinated. This is a fight that just happened. Just make the fight. Everything doesn't need to be marinated. That's another problem with American boxing. Got to marinate every damn thing. Like
Some fights gotta be marinated though. In reality,
some
though,
fights do, but not
but
all
that
fights.
but not yet. You absolutely right. It's either or. You know what I mean? It depends on the scenario and depends on who it is and et cetera on that for real. But some fights definitely gotta be marinated for sure.
Like Crawford,
Like
but like Crawford versus Arrow, that fight was overly marinated to the point where it was just
yeah, that's
falling
because the
apart.
Crawford dragged this shit out for so long. That's the reason why. You gotta blame Bud. He dragged it out for so long.
I can blame Bud for that. Y'all ain't finna y'all gonna pay me what the fuck I want.
He dragged it out for so long. That he's the reason why.
And I
And
understand why. I
just
understand
to
why.
add more context to the Boost card, man. Khalil Cole, Jesse Hart, that fight is not happening now. They was the
Damn.
co-main event on this card, and Khalil Cole he got hurt during camp, so that fight is off. And you got this is the full card right here in particular right now.
Yeah,
Um,
bro. I'm not really feeling this
yeah,
card, bro.
Guido
What the hell
Villanello,
is this?
he fought he fought Richard Torres and,
This
and
wouldn't even qualify for HBO after dark.
Zaquan Moses, that's Shakur cousin on the
This a
card.
Showtime The Next Generation card.
This shit
But
right
Eddie
tell me
here.
who's
Hearn,
No,
supposed to
no
be.
wonder this
Eddie
shit's
No,
Hearn
hold
with
on.
a
free.
real
Wait a minute.
cheat,
Let me ask
man.
you a question. Let me ask you a
This is
question.
Eddie
Tell me
Hearn.
who's
This is
supposed to be
Eddie
on this
Hearn's
card
work.
for the amount of money they pay.
This is a Showtime The Next Generation card.
Bro, this
Yeah,
That's not
nah
even
nah
possible to
nah.
this
make
is
a
Eddie
It's not
card
Hearn's
even a
work.
for the
Friday
amount
night
of
fighting on
money that they
ESPN.
pay. But
Nah,
for the
bro.
amount of money they paying, tell me who should be on this card for the amount of money they paying. Who else should
This
they get?
shit is
This should be a
nah.
one card
This card is
fight.
bad, bro.
This should be a one step, or they could have saved the money. No, man, let's make it a double header. Fuck it, we'll just make it a double header. What chick is making it official right now that we can put on this hoe? That's what I would have done. We got Boots
Cam,
and we got
you
whoever
get where I'm
chick.
coming from, Cam J. Cam J, you get where I'm coming from?
Hey, Eddie Hearn went cheap as hell on this card, man. He trying to
Oh
profit, man.
God.
He trying to make a money.
Eddie,
He trying to make a dollar.
Cam. Eddie Hearn put up $150 and two Shakur tickets, bro.
What?
This shit is
What?
so nasty, bro.
Yeah,
Eddie need to go
bro.
talk to them Dell boys. Y'all know about some fighters? Y'all know about some fighters? Who
Man,
need to make some money? Who will fight for food right now? Like,
man,
Cam, you remember watching? Remember how I don't know if you ever seen on YouTube the bum fights.
yeah,
That's exactly what
man.
this shit is, and they got Boots headlining the shit, and that is a travesty, bro.
But how
I'd
much
have to
you
have a
think they
long
had to pay
conversation.
Boots
I'd
for
have to
this
have a
fight?
long conversation with Eddie and Barry after this fight. I had to have a long conversation with Barry
Shelton,
and
look,
with,
Shelton, I'm a look. They paid Jerron 500 and four tickets to see Shakur. I'm telling you right now, five
man,
hundred
I'd
and
have to have a
four
He
long
trying to
tickets.
go to
conversation with
sleep.
Eddie and Barry. Y'all
He
got me
trying to
looking
put
bad
that
in
boy to
Philly.
sleep.
Y'all got me looking bad in Philly. Come
So let
on.
Y'all don't
let,
know
let,
each.
let me
You know
switch.
who's
Let me
got a
switch
minimum.
gears. I
You,
want to switch
you know
gears
who's
real
got a
quick, man.
minimum. So
Hold on, Shell. No, let's switch gears now. All right, we seen Devin Haney the other day, man. This
All right.
man
Okay,
looking
Devin.
snack strong
Devin
right
looks
there.
snacked the
Okay,
fuck up.
Devin.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Devin on that he on that snack diet. What?
Nah. Bill just had an interview. I don't know if y'all seen it, and he told B Norman. I think it was on the Snitch Voice. And
I'm glad you just said that, brother.
bro,
Run it.
We got the
You
one.
don't make the fight. You
Run it.
didn't make the fight. It's turkey, right? So there ain't nothing to talk about, right? I come on here. I talk about the game plan that Devin is going to tattoo the fuck out your son's face. We're going to start with that motherfucking stick and show him that you got to have a motherfucking stick in this motherfucking business. You see what I'm saying? He going to press him. You know what I mean? You going to see that motherfucking Brian Norman going backwards. You dig what I'm saying? Because you thinking that he just going to come forward and press. So I'm talking to you. Now, why aren't you talking back?
I don't think Bill understands the psychology of even his own son because Shane Mosley said that he had been working with Devin religiously on closing in combinations hard against Jose Ramirez. And then Bill told him, no, just get the W. And like, come on, bro. You really made your son look hella gun shy for nothing. Jose was right there to be tattooed like Mike Tyson, and you didn't let your boy cook. So how you automatically expect us to believe that you're gonna let him cook against arguably the hardest puncher at 147 right now? Fuck
nah,
out of here, bro.
B Norman Jr. The only way. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, and a lot of people might be like, "Nah, you're bugging right now." But I'm gonna be honest. I got Devin beating Brian Norman off of the experience and the footwork. But also too, it could go this way if B Norman punches with Devin because
He
we seen him
will.
knock out Cuevas with a jab, and we know Devin is chinny.
Man,
So
what y'all think about this right here? This man, they said Bill Haney is finding all of Brian Norman's sparring partners and paying them more for them to spar Devin Haney right now, bruh. What y'all think about this?
It's smart. I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done in boxing before. This has been
Yeah,
done all the way
definitely.
back in the black and white era.
Facts. Definitely a fact.
So I
I mean,
don't, I
I
don't,
guess
I
it's
don't, I
good.
don't hate on this because this has been going on for a long time. You know, hey, who did you fight, Giardello? Oh, I was helping Tony Casareno with his matchup, but y'all fought already. Yeah. No, I got paid quite a bit of money. Like it happens all the time. Greg Page sparring Mike Tyson, and it happens all the time. Razor Ruddock sparring Lennox Lewis. It happens all the time.
and the
But you see,
saddest part about it is this: it ain't gonna help him.
No,
It ain't gonna
exactly. I
help
was just about to say that.
him. It
He
ain't gonna help him.
no.
Bill Haney could get all of Brian Norman's sparring partners, and all the sparring partners could say, "Oh, this is how he fights. Look, do this. He doesn't do this well." But
To
let's
be
be
honest,
honest.
if Keith
We
wasn't busy, I would have asked Keith for some expertise because Keith and Brian have a similar fighting style. Just similar enough to where you can get enough. They both have that style. They're not throwing a lot of punches, but when they do throw in combinations, it's fast and it's powerful. And they're both very accurate, but they don't move their feet a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I figured if Keith was, I always thought they should get Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman kind of, well, Brian kind of resembles Keith Thurman's style a little bit.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of people are underestimating Brian Norman Jr. and I think he's gonna come in with faster feet than Devin, just because he might not display it, but I do believe that that he hasn't fought
What
like
y'all,
some.
let me ask this. What y'all think about what Bill said talking about they gonna come forward and press him and stick with that
Nah,
jab
he
and all
lying,
I
of that
bro.
have
shit? What
to
y'all think
wait
He's
about
until
lying.
that?
I see it because there was an entire
What
game
y'all
plan
think
to fight
about
Jose
that?
Ramirez. They said we were
Do
gonna stop
that at
Jose
your own
Ramirez.
risk, Bill. Go ahead. I want to see you do it. Do it at your own risk.
Nah, he's lying, bro. He's
Yeah,
he's
he's
saying all this
capping.
shit just to run.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yeah. That boy, I found that real interesting because I'm looking at like they talking about they gonna come forward and press. I want to see it, and
Hey,
that's why
Jay,
I love playing clips like that because it's documented. And I want to say
Cam
this:
J, let me ask you
I
this.
want to
Cam J,
see it.
how did that
He
come
better
forward?
be
How did that
pressing.
come forward pressing shit work for him last time? How did that turn out last time?
That's why I want to see it. That's
That
the
shit
reason
ain't
why I
work out.
want to see it. That's the reason why I want to see it. Cause he get hit with cause that boy Brian Norman got power in both of them hands. He
Bro,
Georgia
he knocked
Southern
out Cuevas
strong,
with a jab.
bro. That boy got power. I just got a vision. He get hit with one of them punches like he did with Ryan, like he did in that first round with Ryan by Brian. Man, it'd be a
I can't get
long
you
night.
can't get you can't get knocked down by you can't get knocked down or knocked out by somebody like Brian Norman because he's gonna turn that shit into a photo. He's gonna turn that shit into a screensaver. Like we did against Santillion, just
Man,
crouched
he
over him
already.
like a
They said it.
GTA model. Like
Man, Brian Norman Senior
Oh, he's
said
going to finish
that.
it.
Brian Norman Senior said
He's going.
he want Junior to step over him like
step
Allen
over
Iverson.
him. Like what? Like we
He's
talking about
going to
Dwayne
finish
Wade and
it.
Verajao? What? You talking about
Yeah,
AI
if
over
he's
Tyronn
dropping,
Lue? What?
if he's dropping, he's going to finish it. He's going to finish it.
I agree. The
Look at
longer the
my
fight
dog, Dr.
goes,
Mark. He said Devin is going to get effed up against Brian Norman Jr. And I don't care if Devin looks like Charles Atlas. He gonna get cooked.
hey yo, I'm
Look
gonna
at
tell y'all
Dr.
right
Mark.
now, the odds for this fight are gonna be set up how they did the Canelo fight. They had an open betting system to where it was like before round 5, the odds were like 3-1 to Canelo, but then like the longer the fight went on, the odds are going to adjust in Khan's favor. I think that's how we're going to see this going to go down. Like, you're going to see a lot of money go on for Brian for a stoppage before round 6,
He the
but every
underdog right
round
now.
after round 6, people are going to be thinking maybe Devin might be able to get like the money's going to go on Devin at that point. Because then if Devin can survive past 6 after getting hurt, if Devin can answer questions and still get past round 6 looking good, then he might be all right. But here's the thing. Brian is smarter than Ryan. So how Ryan left Devin off the hook, Brian won't do that.
My brother Shell, he said he ain't learned from the Ryan fight. All right, so we gonna
Is it
switch gears.
over? Is it over for Haney if he gets knocked out? Is it over for Haney?
Man, it
No.
ain't over. It ain't
It's
over.
never been over for any boxer in the history of boxing.
It's not over in general, but for some of like the Ryan rematch, that'll be completely dead after that shit. Probably.
Not necessarily.
Not, not,
Boxing's
not, not
always shown.
necessarily, not necessarily, but like a lot of people, it depends. I think it depends on how he loses. Like if he loses, well, it's a competitive fight. It ain't, it ain't
I
about
was
shit. You know what I'm saying? He live on for another day. But now if he go in that bitch and get washed, like get super cooked, oh, he's been. The stock is going to be super down. The bag
and
is
that
going to be low and
and
all of
that's
that.
fine. We've seen boxers come back from a lot worse situations pretty much. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
absolutely. Absolutely. Let me switch gears, man. I want y'all opinion, man. We about to get it cracking right here a little bit, though. Let's go and play this guy right here. And
Tank Davis has been called a champion. He's never been the champion of any division. He's never beaten the man in any division. He's had some good wins. In retrospect, the Pitbull win was a nice win. It was a close fight. It was a nice win. Ryan Garcia, that's a big win. Right? Like, that's good for him. It was a big
Dehydrated
win.
Ryan, but good win.
Yeah, right. But he has never fought, oh, that's the champion of that division. I'm going to go fight that guy. In any division. It was like when people look at Floyd Mayweather, and I have said, hey, once he left lightweight, he picked and chose when he fought guys. He still was the actual champion of at least one division, but even at junior lightweight and lightweight, he cleaned out junior lightweight. He moved up to lightweight. He fought the champion in his first fight at lightweight, won a tough fight. A lot of people thought he lost, but then won the rematch. He was the champion in two. Tank never did that.
Never did it.
Never did it even in one, and now he's talking about retiring?
And you're doing it off of coming up against a struggle against Lamont Roach was what, 9-1 underdog? He gives you that tough of a fight. You have to get the revenge.
Man, fuck those dudes.
Let me say this right the gate. Let me say this, man. And let me get my graphic up, man, that I posted earlier.
Do your thing. Do your thing, Captain Cam.
So right here, man. Max Kellerman. Yeah, I'm gonna say
miss
this.
him so much.
The inside the ring show is horrible. For one, let's start there. It's a horrible ass show. Max Kellerman they could have kept his ass where he was at, because he's fucking horrible back in boxing. He giving horrible takes, bro, out here, man. Horrible takes.
Well, to be honest, you follow. I agree with you to a point, but if you follow Max Kellerman's entire career going back to 97, 98, when he was on the ESPN radio show called Max on Boxing, he had controversial takes even then. You know what I'm saying? He had controversial takes on HBO After Dark.
Max on crack, bro. That motherfucker ain't
No, but hold on.
Hold
on. I will say this though. There are some things I would not have known about, or even if it wasn't for Max, I wouldn't be how I am now. Max Kellerman, Al Bernstein, and the fight doctor, Ernie Pacheco. Those are the guys that made me want to like dive deep into the history of boxing, because I know nothing about Al Heyman. Zero, zilch, nada. But I'm watching Andre Berto have an 8-round fight on Championship Boxing on HBO. You know what I'm saying? And then Max Kellerman drops that knowledge. Those of you who don't know who Al Heyman is, you know, he literally dropped dime. And I'm like, I never even knew about this guy at all. You know what I'm saying? So at times when Max has said some shit that's like, okay, Max, you taking a piss right now. But there are other times Max drops some genuine gems that are needed. You know what I'm saying? Like how he told Shakur Stevenson, you can call out whoever you want on this platform. I'm not with Top Rank or PBC or anybody. This is my show. I fuck with that, because there isn't enough of that in boxing. Well, wasn't at the time.
Yeah, well, shit. They could have kept his ass where the fuck he at now, because he washed. That's why his ass got fired from ESPN.
So what was the fucked up tape? Tell me what the fucked up tape was. What was the fucked up tape?
The fucked up tape. The fact is, if you looked at this whole entire episode from this particular show that they did a few days ago, the man went in and talking about Floyd Mayweather and was comparing Floyd's resume, and then it's the fact that he's talking about the resume, and he's like, oh, he ain't fought no champions, and this man tanked and fought more champions than his contemporaries. He's fought undefeated fighter after undefeated fighter and everything, and people still continues to harp on the resume. The only thing about this shit is the fact that the fans want him to fight the guys that they want him to fight, which is the thing is, I've been explaining to y'all, he been pressing the issue to fight these guys. Some of these guys ain't been wanting to fight him. That's been the issue.
I think it's been 50-50
you gotta blame it on some of these other guys. You gotta put some of the hardness on other guys.
But that's not what he said, though. What he said was Tank has never in his career fought the man in any division that he was in.
Active champion.
Pedraza was the champion, but Lomachenko was the man.
Or how about, or that was one. Hell, I can't, like at 130.
Lomachenko wasn't trying to fight back then. Bob
I
Earl
get what
wasn't
you're
trying to
saying.
let
I
Bob
agree.
Earl wasn't trying to
I
let none of them
agree.
top ranked guys fight Tank.
I
But
agree.
He
Bob
gonna
I
let
Arum
him
agree.
saying
finish.
one
But
thing and the
it
fighter
still don't
saying
change
something
the
else is
fact
totally
that he
different.
never beat the man in that division. At
Like,
That ain't his
135,
fault.
he never beat the man in that division.
then it's not Lomachenko's fault for the fight not happening because we all know how cheap Bob is. I can't be mad at Lomachenko want to fight everybody. I can't be mad at Loma because Bob said I ain't paying for the fucking fight. That's a Bob thing, not a Loma thing. So when it comes to Tank,
Now
I'm
I
just
think
50
I think
on it.
he's
I know
nitpicking.
Tank
I'm with my
wanted
man
to
here. I
fight.
think he's nitpicking when he says Tank ain't never fought the man in any division he's been in. But you're right. When he went to 40, he fought a champion in Barrios, but he didn't fight the man, which was Taylor. He's never
But
done it.
I love that we bring this conversation up because I like to bring receipts to the
He
situation,
fought
man.
he fought Pedraza, who was the man though.
Pedraza wasn't the number one
No,
fighter at
Pedraza
that
was
weight
the man.
class.
The man at 130 at that time was Lomachenko. Everybody knew that.
Yeah, he wasn't the number one
Everybody.
fighter at 130. And then you gotta remember, he said, like, you gotta remember there, like I always said, like, I don't know why he fought Leo Santa Cruz when people wanted him to fight either Gary Russell or Maryland fight that could have been really good. And people like, oh, well, he's 126. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. He fought Hugo Ruiz, 122. He fought Abner Mares. He fought Leo Santa
He
Cruz,
fought Leo Santa Cruz, who
115.
started at 118. Leo Santa Cruz started at 118.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's not, you can't. So I'm like, I wanted him to fight Gary Russell. I wanted Tank to fight Tevin Farmer. And in the fact that I thought Tank would lose. I'm like, these will be really
Kevin
interesting
Farmer
fights.
turned it down.
I
He
heard
on
about
record
that,
saying
and
himself
that's
that
why I
he
let it
turned it
go.
He
down.
priced
I don't
himself
blame
out. Talking about he won
I
$8
don't blame
million.
Tank
He
for the
priced
Farmer
himself
fight.
out. He did do that.
Yeah, I don't blame
Yeah.
Tank for the Farmer fight. It's just something I wanted to see. And then when he got to 135, I'm thinking, oh snap, we about to get a whole bunch of fights at 135 for Dos Santos and all these other guys he's going to be fighting. And it never really happened. He even said, I'm not fighting at 140 again because I didn't like feeling that power from Barrios. And Barrios barely hit him in that fight.
He actually said he ain't like how the weight feel.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah. I'll be honest. I don't think he cares about the power. I just think it's more of you
No,
see
I was at
people
that
hate
fight. Hold
Tank.
on. I was at the Barrios Tank fight. I was there live. Barrios hit his ass. Barrios
No,
did
I
take
feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
And
I
Barrios was
feel you.
cracking.
he
He
was
was
cracking him.
cracking. He was
He was
cracking.
cracking him.
Barrios ain't no
But
slouch. Barrios don't throw enough fucking punches to be Mexican, in my opinion.
nah. But look, this is why I think people don't like Tank. I think people don't like Tank because he's more smarter than people paint him out to be. People are over here like, oh, he's so illiterate, he's so dumb. I just think that right now the way he's moving, and he's moving in a way where you know what, he doesn't call out nobody, and I respect that. And all these dudes want to fight him, so people like to spin narratives and say, it's because Shakur been chasing him. Oh, it's because Roach, he didn't get the rematch. It's because Lomachenko, he retired. It was too long. I don't know. I just feel like Tank doesn't care. And if Tank fans really pay attention to him, he said, I don't care about them belts. All I care about is getting paid. And
Yeah,
who's the cash cow right now? Who's the
yeah,
cash cow at 135?
I
I
stopped caring
told
about.
Cam this last week.
I
I
knew
told
Tank was
Cam
going
this
to
shit
be.
last week. Once that dude told me in that interview, I never asked for those fights. I don't care about legacy. I don't care about the belts. They bring me a contract. I look at the numbers. If the money's right, I sign it. I don't care who's on the other side. Once he
And
told me
yeah,
that,
and
I
I
never
understand.
expected anything else from him because
No,
he told me what he was about.
exactly. Just like here's my thing. You call me a barbarian if you want to. I never really cared for quote unquote smart fighters. You know what I'm saying? Because we only care about guys that take the risk and prevail through them. That's just the history and legacy of
That,
boxing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
this,
Like
this,
look,
like
this
that
post,
Durant.
this
that
I
that
post,
might be the
Adam,
history, bro.
this post for my question for the night, man. What means more to y'all, the fighters or the fights?
the fights.
But hold on though. The fights are very important, of course. But let's be real. The term undisputed is so watered down. You got people catching titles and they don't even fucking defend. Somebody who cares about their legacy is gonna defend and keep going until he gets beat, or if nobody could beat him, he moves up, captures another couple titles at another weight class and does the same thing. That to me is what matters. And people want to talk about all that legacy shit. Let's be real. That to me is real legacy. Not oh, I'm undisputed.
Well,
Oh, that's cool.
you can't
You
say
ever
that about
defended? Nah,
undisputed
you ain't.
No,
Come on,
because
undisputed
if
bro.
isn't every
undisputed was easy, if it was easy,
undisputed isn't
everybody be doing it.
everything. Well, I
That
get that,
If it
but
shit
was
is
easy,
undisputed
looking
everybody
isn't
be
easy.
doing it.
That
undisputed
shit
isn't
looks easy
everything.
because Bud went up there to take all them belts from Canelo, and it looked like Canelo aged overnight. Let's be real.
I mean, no, I
I'm gonna
agree
say
what
it
you're saying on
again.
the
I'm gonna say
undisputed
it real
It
part.
goes.
slow. I'm gonna say it
Hold
real
on.
slow. If the shit
What
was
means
easy,
more?
everybody would do it.
Yeah. So what means more to y'all? The fighters or the fights? That's my
The
question.
fights, it matters more to me that Jermaine Taylor didn't dodge Carl Froch, even though he could have and would have been, oh, it's no big deal, Jermaine. You can fight whoever you want to fight. But the fact that he still said, no, Carl is my mandatory. I'm fighting. I'm his mandatory. I'm fighting him. And we saw what it led to. But the fact that he was willing to take that fight proves how much of a warrior he really is. Like Eubanks said, we're not allowed to be civilized. We're gladiators. We're not allowed to feel certain things that
Yeah,
others are supposed to feel or can feel. He said, remember my eye was swollen shut against Carl Thompson? I didn't ask for him to quit. I didn't ask for anything. I said, I'm going to keep going because this is what I am put on this earth to do. This is what the fans paid for, and this is what I'm going to give them. And I had to respect Eubank for that because not a lot of guys see it that way. I'm not saying a guy should go out there and die for the sport. No, because Miguel Cotto said it perfectly. This is my job. This isn't my life. If I die here, then my family has nothing. No. I'm just saying make sure you leave it all out there so that way when it's all said and done, you're in your 50s. You're not looking back like, shit, I should have fought that motherfucker. I should have fought him. I should have fought him. I should
you're
have
in your
fought him.
50s, or you're in your 50s and you're like Wilfredo Benitez. See, it's a trade off. So
You could now that
you got
was
to pick
made
out
due
which
to
one you
his
want.
dad's
Dez,
bad
why? So
management.
why is it the fights? Why is it the fights?
Because we remember the
You,
fights more so. Like we don't really remember Kevin Kelly, but remember Kevin Kelly versus Nassim Hamed. You know what I'm saying? We don't really remember Carbajal, but we remember Carbajal versus Manny Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like Roy. Roy never had that fight, but Roy never really needed that type of fight to elevate him. He was already kind of elevated with the James Toney win. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on each fighter. Some fighters' legacies
I can
is
give you a
built
perfect example of
on
what he's
fight.
saying. It's the fights. I can give you a perfect example of what he's saying. Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns fought over 50 years ago,
Yup.
and we still talking about that shit today.
Or Marciano versus Walcott. The one punch knockout while he was down on all scorecards. We still show that knockout.
Those shits were legendary. Can we all agree that those were legendary fights?
But we gotta agree. We've had some now. Sergio Martinez versus Paul Williams. Those two fights were legendary. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying right now, right now, which legendary fights do we have that we're gonna be talking about aside from Bud and Canelo?
We're gonna be talking about We're gonna be talking about Usyk's win over Dubois because those were like damn. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know
I
what?
don't
No,
think.
hold on.
Hold on. Blood and Canelo wasn't legendary. Well, let's put that in perspective. That wasn't legendary. The performance of Blood was
But they're
legendary, but
not gonna
not
be
the
running that
fight.
back on a highlight reel. They're not gonna run that back on a highlight reel. Think about it. They'll run back. They'll be quicker to run back Crawford Spence because of the way it finished. You know what I'm saying? Not so much Crawford Canelo. They're not really gonna run look back. They're gonna say look back in history. Crawford beat Canelo, but they're gonna show the high point. They're gonna show a lot of that fight. Versus if you show Mosley versus De La Hoya, they're gonna show that whole fucking fight because that whole fight was lit.
Yeah, that fight was lit, and the only reason why I said not including the Canelo Bud just because it's because Scooby said it. It wasn't like it was good. He outboxed them, and I do think that they should show them highlights. But I mean, right now the only fights that I would say are really legendary that we got was the Usyk and Dubois. I want to throw Tyson Fury in there because
We
to
ain't really
me,
got no that wasn't even legendary to me. That's the
Wilder Fury 3.
performance. Like this is the thing. Y'all
Wilder
naming
Fury
fights where
3
we
was a
naming fights
legendary
where
fight
it's the
because of how
we're
it went
naming fights
down.
where it's the performance. It's not the actual, you know what I'm saying, fight in general. Like where it was competitive 50-50 fight where it's close as hell motherfuckers was brawling. Like, you know what I mean? Like we naming fights where these guys that's having amazing legendary performances rather than the fights in general being legendary. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this year it has not been that many 50-50 fights in general this
There
year.
haven't been, and it's been more
No,
like 80-20,
Far as
bro.
big matchups, far as like the lower level guys, it has, but the bigger names, it hasn't really been many 50-50 fights. A
but
lot of
hasn't that
these
been
big
the case
promoters,
in
a
boxing
lot
for
of
the
these
last
promoters be
20?
setting these guys to showcase fights where they
But
can
hasn't
look
that
at
been the
the.
case for boxing for the last 15 years, though? Anything under 130, you're going to get the fights you want to see. Anything over 135 is going to be like pulling fucking teeth because now those guys are like, they want more money. They just want more money than the little guys do. And that's because of
Everybody
exposure.
wants more money nowadays. That's why we ain't getting legendary fights.
Because some guys just
And
aren't
then
paying.
some of these guys, and then you guys look at the promotional companies. They're moving these guys where they're not going to move these guys to fight certain guys as well. Like it was,
They
we
be
know that as
stepping them.
well, and it ties into what I said with Tank. Tank was trying to fight these guys. He tried to fight Loma last year. He retired. He tried to fight Shakur. Shakur signed with Matchroom. You know what I'm saying? And then he tried to fight Ryo. Couldn't fight Ryo. Where it led to him fighting fucking Loma. I mean, on Lamont. You know what I mean? Lamont was the guy right there to fight. You know what
That's
I'm
why I
saying?
said last time we talked about this on Eugene's show. Remember, I said, and you might not agree with me 100%. Tank had nowhere else to go but Jake Paul or Lamont. Looking around,
Nah,
damn.
nah. Let's be
There
honest.
ain't really nowhere else to go. Because the
I meant
thing
for a
is,
big money fight. Like there was nowhere else for
I
him to
mean, a
go to
big
make a
money. I
lot
mean,
of
shit,
money.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of money.
Like he
Yeah,
looked
of course.
around,
Like
Teofimo
I
got
said,
a fight
you look
lined up,
around, you
Stevenson
already
got a
said.
fight lined up, Devin got a fight lined up. You know what I'm saying? 140's already locked down with fights. You know what I'm saying? So for him, it's like either I'm gonna fight Lamont for like 2 or 3 mil, like 5 or 6 mil, or I could fight Jake, do this patty cake bullshit for 40, 50 mil. Like it just,
Easy money, easy
yeah,
money,
that's what I'm saying. Like
and
he really had
rumors.
nowhere else to go as
Hey,
far as the money he wanted to make for his time. You know what I'm saying?
even
Like, am I
though
gonna
I
go
hate
life and death for
it,
6 mil again, or am I gonna or I'm gonna play patty cake for 50? I'm gonna play patty cake for 50, Alex.
even though I hate it,
Hey,
I can't stand this
rumors.
fucking fight. I think it's trash. I think it's a disrespect to the sport of boxing. I have to say this. Anybody else who Jake would have offered that fight would have took it.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that,
Shakur and
man.
yeah.
Roach both agreed that they would take that fight. You got Ryan, Tank's biggest hater, who used to be buddy with Tank. He's over here saying, "Yo, oh man, Jake is way bullying. You know what? I want Jake to fight me instead of Tank." Like that is the most sucker shit I've ever heard in my life.
And the only reason I don't
That
like exhibitions modern day is because this is the first time in boxing history, over 130 years, over 150 years of boxing, the only time in boxing history where exhibitions were to be paid for. You know what I'm saying? Michael Dokes had an exhibition with Muhammad Ali, and it all went to charity. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali had an exhibition with Ingemar Johansson. It all went to charity. There have been a lot of exhibitions in boxing. Only difference now versus then is now you can make, even Mike Tyson had an exhibition like 05, 06. You know what I'm saying? But it all went to charity. So I'm like, now we're in an era where exhibitions are just as much as a championship fight, pretty much, because of the casual appearance of the fans and the oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Japan's been doing that shit forever in MMA. You know what I'm saying? Freak show fights is what they call them. When you got somebody that's in heavyweight fighting somebody at 155, they've been doing that shit for a long time.
Yeah, man. I just think it's just a case where with Tank, he a grown man. He gonna do what he gonna do. I've been on record saying I hate the fight, but like I said, as far as like what it means more to me, in my opinion, for us between the fighters or the fights, I say the fighters because me being a fan of the sport and me being a fan of the fighters, I care about the sport as a whole, far as what the fighters do, far as how they move in it, far as how they moving for us within the business and stuff, and how they working on on the outside, you know what I'm saying, far as how they lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, is they live in the boxer lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, and as far as are they really head on 24/7, 365 all boxing, you know what I'm saying, and which is as a boxer you gotta have some time off and take some time and heal your body and stuff like that, of course. But I care about the fighters, as a whole in general. You know what I mean? That's why I say the fighters mean more to me. The fights come along with the fighters being good. If the fighters is good, the fights will come along. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at, as far as that question in particular, for real.
I agree to that. Too. I do agree to that. If you have two good enough fighters at at the top level at their prime, most of the time you get a really good chemical reaction. It's very rare you got two guys in their prime and they stink it up. Very rare that happens.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Cam, I can give you another example of a fight we still talk about 50 years later. Why I say it's the fights that matter. Rest in peace, Marvin Hagler versus John the Beast Mugabe. We still talk about that fight 50 years later.
Listen to the Father, John. If you won't listen to me, listen to the Father. The good Lord can give you what you need, John. Just dig in deep. Then John was probably a round away from a draw with Hagler, but had nothing left.
And
Hey
got
man,
knocked the
let me get y'all perspective on this, man. This Coach Cal right here, man.
Everybody he fight, he make famous. Roach was a nobody before he fought. Nobody. World champion. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this. If any of them top guys that they talk about would have had an offer that been offered to Tank, they'd have jumped on it too. That's happening. You know what I'm saying? My suggestion is you put me in a light where everybody know me now. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep it moving. I come back to Tank later. You know what I'm saying? I understand that's the biggest payday of his life. You know what I'm saying? But it's more out there. You know now. You know what I'm saying? You look at Pitbull. He running with it. Brody still on top. Barrio still on top. You know what I'm saying? Martin about to fight soon, so it's about to see where he's at. I just look at it like, oh, forget about that. Tank, go in and do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, it's about taking care of you and your family.
Yeah, what y'all think about that right there?
Where's the lie at? What's wrong with it? Ain't nothing wrong with that. He said everything he said is true. Yeah, nobody knew nothing about no goddamn Pitbull Cruz before he fought Tank. We knew who Rolly was, but nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah. Thanks. I got another one. I'm
You
about
know
to
what I'm
play
First
this.
mentioned that he was
What he's
maybe
saying
thinking
is
about
true.
retirement. Where is he with that?
Well, after the Roach fight, he said, I don't think I'm retiring. We still fighting now. He was getting ready for the Roach rematch. So he's still fighting. So just let him do him. You know what I'm saying? And the fans be grateful that he's putting in the work to give them some type of entertainment.
In general, how do you see him now compared to maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago in terms of his mental?
It's coming along. Everybody goes through that stuff. I went through my stuff. You know, everybody has them little ups and downs in life. That's what life is. You know, I had a little youngin named Too Sharp, and they said, man, being a devil is hard because it's responsibilities and stuff, you know. He been fighting to get where he had all his life, and then he's there, and then it's another beast, being that guy. Everybody calling you out. Everybody wants you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tugging at you. That's part of that life when you that guy.
Coach Cal, man.
I say again, where's the lie at? You telling the truth.
Man, facts, bro. Like that, like he said, like just take some time, which is I think everybody they got hung off. Like these fighters, they say they're gonna retire all the time, man. They always saying they're gonna retire. You know what I'm saying? We done had several guys, contemporaries ahead, Shakur, T.O., Ryan, all these guys saying they was gonna retire at one point. You know what I'm saying? In the past year, you know what I mean? And them guys ain't retiring. So that's why, like, when some of the fighters, sometimes they just need a break from the sport, and I think that's where it is with Tank in particular. But if he was to retire, hey, salute to him.
So
You know what I'm saying?
what?
Like
If
the
he
sport
retires,
moves
so what?
on. This is
Somebody
my
will take
thing.
his place.
If he retires, the sport gonna move on. CamJNetwork still gonna be covering boxing and talking about these other fighters and
Man,
all of this
say
shit. You
that
feel
again,
me?
bro. Say that
You
again.
know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Like the media and the fans, like I said with Tank, he get him being the face of the sport. He gets frustrated with the media, which I can understand, because he gets a hella fucking hate around the media and a lot of the fans, bro. I see this shit daily. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be crazy, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the other fighters do as well, but not as much as Tank do because he's the face of the sport. Like, I
But
mean, that's
where's the
just
hate?
he
What
got he
hate
got
you
to
mean?
wear that. He got to wear
You
that though.
mean
That's
you
the
mean
thing. You
by
got
him
to wear
saying
the
that he
hate.
ain't fought nobody? You mean shit like that when they say he ain't fought nobody?
Bro, there's a whole bunch of narratives. He ain't fought nobody. Talking about his he a PVC plant. He ain't that good. Just a whole bunch of different shit. Like you know, like I said with the Pitbull Cruz in the Lamont fight. The narrative with that fight is going if Pitbull Cruz beat Lamont Roach, they're gonna say Tank ain't that good because Lamont Roach lost to Pitbull, and if Lamont Roach beat Pitbull, they're gonna say Tank lost to Pit. He lost to Lamont Roach, and Lamont Roach is better than Tank. That's gonna be a whole narrative right there, right out the
Well, it's a
gate.
whole lot of people from based on what they saw on March the 1st. It's a whole lot of people that think that.
Absolutely,
I mean, let's
absolutely.
be honest.
That that
Let's
that
be
that
honest.
that, that,
Lamont
that a
Roach
lot of
didn't
people
take a
believe he
knee.
won his fight,
Lamont Roach
but
didn't take a knee. Tank did.
but the thing is that didn't prove they didn't prove that they better than each other still though. So
Okay, but he
so
didn't disprove. But
for
Tank didn't
anybody to
disprove that he
say
wasn't either.
this is my thing, and for anybody that would say Lamar Roach, no, he beat Pitbull and then say, oh, he better than Tank because he beat Pitbull. That's stupid as hell.
I
They
think
gotta
so
fight each
too.
other again. They gotta fight each other
Right.
again. They gotta
Right.
run it back.
But let me
We
ask you
ain't gonna
this.
know
But let
until
me
they
ask you
run it
this.
back.
Let me ask you this, Cam. Let me ask you this. If say Tank gets his bag from Jake and he retires and he never fights Lamont Roach again, what's your attitude on that?
Everybody gonna say he was scared of Lamar Roach. 100%.
Yeah, they're gonna say that he caught something the first time he sees resistance, he ran away from it, and he won't be able to say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? And look, in the entire history of boxing, there's only been a few cases where a fighter has usurped what a resume can give them. Tank is one of them. Before him, I think the only last one before him was Roy Jones. Because if y'all remember, especially Mr. Moore, Roy didn't really become universally undisputed because there was still the WBO belt, regardless if it was universally recognized or not. But Roy in the 90s was never the lineal universally recognized light heavyweight champion. There was Dariusz Mikuszewski. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
the fact that Roy never
because Roy didn't want to go over there in Germany and fight because of what happened to him in Korea. I got you. I remember that.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, Roy said it that why would I want to fight a Dariusz Mikuszewski and possibly get robbed in Germany? And I said, and I agree with Dariusz. He said the same thing could happen to me in a foreign country like America. And I said they pretty much understood that they had their own islands. That Roy was like, I'm gonna just do my thing over here as the people's champion. You know what I'm saying? The consensus light heavyweight champion. While Dariusz was the legitimate man of the division. So I think that it won't really he'll face some backlash, but it won't affect his overall career because Tank got some of the most hardcore fans I've ever seen in boxing. They'll go watch that man fight a lamp. You know what I'm saying? Like, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you criticize Tank, you a hater. In any way, shape, or form, his fans gonna call you a hater. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, man. They definitely gonna say
You
that.
black man make no
You
money. You don't see a
jealous?
black
You
man
wish
get
it was
knocked out.
him?
You just jealous because he rich and da 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 da. I'm like, no, I want to see great fighters become Hall of Famers. That's what I love to see. You know, that's when you finally get all your flowers. It was when you get into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. That's when you get your flowers. Like you are recognized.
I'll tell you that right. The Hall of Fame shit is ass because they just letting anybody in that bitch. Turkey done bought his way in that motherfucker. So I don't even be giving a damn about the Hall of Fame shit for real.
It all depends on the fighters. You know, some guys got in that like Roy and James shouldn't have waited as long as they had to wait. Like they didn't get in until Andre Ward got in. That was fucking criminal. You know what I'm saying? Israel Vasquez, 3-time world champion, fight of the year multiple times, had that crazy rivalry with Marquez. The dude lost an eye for boxing, and he's not even in the Hall of Fame still. You know what I'm saying? Nassim Hamed, he barely got in when he got in, and he ruled a division for a fucking decade. You know what I'm
My thing
saying?
is, this is my thing, but we be talking. We know Tank don't give a damn about the titles, which is a lot of these fighters are saying the same shit. We done heard Devin say he don't care about the titles as much no more.
No, we've had
Shakur don't give a damn. A lot of these fighters don't give a fuck about the titles no more for real as much as everybody portray. You know what I'm saying? And put it
No,
out
yeah.
there. There's
Yeah,
a notion, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, remember Antonio Tarver versus Glenn Johnson? Like that was pretty much the winners of Roy fought each other. There was no sanctioning
That's
body
why I
belt
say
on the line.
I want good matchups, bro. Like I don't give a damn if the title's on the line or
No,
not.
that's what I was
You know
saying.
what I'm saying?
I was
We
making my
want the
point.
good matchups.
No, I was making my
Yeah, yeah.
point when Tarver and
Absolutely.
Johnson fought. They were 1 and 2. They said like Tarver was WBC and Johnson was IBF. They vacated their shits to fight each other, so they wouldn't have to do mandatories. And they were lineal. They were the lineal recognized champions. You know what I'm saying? There was no sanctioning body belt. Barrera versus Nassim, no sanctioning body belts. Winky Wright versus Bernard Hopkins, no sanctioning body belts. The number one 130-pounder right now is Anthony Kakashi out of Ireland. He is not a sanctioning body belt holder, but he is the legitimate number one fighter in the division. So yeah, I agree with you that, you know, or hell, when Ricky Hatton was running 140, he was the IBO champ, but he was still considered the number one 140-pounder at the time. So I agree with you. A fighter's resume can usurp or usurp what any belt can give you. Because if you're the man, you're the man. Like, remember when Sergio Martinez, it didn't matter if they stripped him of his belt. I'm still the guy. I beat Pavlik. I beat
And see,
Williams.
and
I'm the
this is my
man.
thing. So this and it goes to this with Tank then. So Tank put initiative in to fight some of these guys. When is some of these guys gonna take initiative into chasing him?
That's why I stopped.
If Tank is if I'm a fighter and Tank Davis is my biggest fight, I'm trying to do anything for that fight.
I'm
I
taking
don't care
80-20.
what it is.
I'm taking
Why is some of these
80-20,
fighters not doing
90-10.
that? Only person I really seen do that for Tank for real was Ryan.
And that was
Ryan's the only
because
motherfucker that forced the issue. All these other guys ain't forcing the issue on
yeah, and
fighting.
I think that's because Ryan didn't really have a leg. Like Ryan kind of looked around and realized, okay, I'm seen as like this. I have all these fans. I'm being anointed as a king. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fight somebody because his biggest weight at that time was Luke Campbell, and I was there at that fight. I was there. You know, it was here in Dallas. I was there at that fight. That was a lit fight. You know what I'm saying? And I went in to root for Luke Campbell, and I left with a Ryan Garcia shirt on my back. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he proved a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? The fact he got hurt, he got rocked, and he got up and said, "Fuck that! I'm about to beat your ass." And that made me a fan of Ryan. It showed me he a pretty boy. He a pit bull with a pretty face.
Say, Ryan resume solid, man, for real. Since
I don't give a lot of
since
slack
he
for
bumped
guys'
since he
resumes
bumped Tank.
modern day because nobody's really fighting anybody like that. I don't really give a lot of guys slack. That's why I kind of get excited when you see champion versus champion unification.
That's
You know what I'm
100. That's
saying?
100.
You know, like I'm really hoping that 140 gets popping because 140 is so lit right now with Russell, Sabrius. You still got like Dalton. You got Frank Martin now popping up at 140. You know what I'm saying? So 140 should have real soon. And then I heard that Rolly is in negotiation with Pacquiao for next year.
Yes, he is.
Well, that's the rumor. That's the
Yes, he
rumor. I mean,
is.
hey, good for Rolly because Rolly is
There you go,
has
Pacquiao. I got a
talked his
video of
way.
Pacquiao right here.
Hello to all my
Rolly's
boxing
not
fans. I'm excited to let you know I will be returning to the ring January 24 in Las Vegas. I am looking forward to working with industry. It is going to be an exciting and special event. Stay tuned, more news to come on my opponent in the next few days. Thank you, everyone.
I was screaming at the screen when he fought Barrios. I'm screaming at Barrios. Fuck him. He old. Make him feel old. What are you doing? Stop being
Man, you know what happened. I
mesmerized.
don't even know why you acting like that. You
Manny
know what
Pacquiao
happened.
back January 24th, and it's most likely gonna be Rolly. Rolly is the guy.
Yeah, and
You know
Rolly's
what
not gonna get
happened. They talked to
mesmerized.
Mario. They talked to
Rolly gonna go in there
Mario
to
before
fight
that fight
Pacquiao.
in the back of the building. And they went in the dressing room, said, Mario, look, we got plans for him. We ain't got no plans for you. Don't hurt him. Carry him. And I'm going to give you another envelope when you leave. But don't hurt him. We got plans for him.
Ryan Garcia said he want to fight Mario Barrios now.
He can beat
Of course he
Barrios.
does.
He can
Of
beat
course he does.
Barrios.
I think he can beat Barrios.
Because the
Of course
problem
he
is
does.
Barrios. You know what's crazy? Barrios, all of his defenses as legitimate champ have been draws. He had a draw with Ramos. He's had a draw with Pacquiao, and in my opinion, Barrios lets fights get like that. He's always been like that. When he fought Bakhtar Akhmadaliev, when he fought Bakhtar for the belt at 140, he let that fight get super close and needed a knockdown to win. You know what I'm saying? And then I forget that he fought Keith Thurman because he did not show up versus Keith Thurman at all, in my opinion. Like he was just there for a fucking check.
Hey, T-Bag said Ryan will still lose the Barrios. I'm crying.
He might.
Hell
He
no.
might. He might.
Hey,
Ryan's not
you
very
never
good.
know, bro.
Ryan's not very disciplined. Ryan don't be in shape. He might lose to Barrios.
It depends how he coming for the fight, man. Ryan be bullshitting some of them trying to, but like I think Ryan now, like Ryan know, like I gotta turn up now. You know what I'm saying? He
Ryan
knows
needs to
he
go
can't he
full
can't take
Ricardo
this shit for
Mayorga.
granted, man.
Ryan needs to do every press conference how he did to Devin Haney. Ryan needs to just go full Ricardo Mayorga.
I really want that
Beer,
rematch from them. That
like
I really
Ryan should
want.
be
I
drinking
ain't gonna lie.
beer,
I really
cursing.
want that. Like it's a thing in me that where like I want Devin to beat Brian Norman because I want to see that rematch still with him and Ryan.
Yeah,
Like
me too. But I think Ryan just has Devin's number. You know what I'm saying? Like remember when Vernon Forrest just had Shane Mosley's number?
that's just a storyline fight that got it. Like we gotta see that. Like that's
Or
just one
or
of those fights we gotta see that, man.
or did
They
it?
gotta
Or
settle
remember
that.
Kelly Pavlik versus Jermaine Taylor? Who in their right mind thought Kelly would destroy Pav? Who thought that Pavlik would destroy Jermaine the way he did? Nobody. But everybody, if you knew boxing, Pavlik had beat Jermaine twice in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just got a motherfucking number, and I think Ryan just has Devin's number. He just understands that style enough to where he knows that I can just fight Devin because he's not gonna fight. He's gonna box, but he's not gonna fight me.
Yeah, man. I'm up here like that. That's a fight they gotta see. Like it's certain. It's like certain fight. Like David Benavidez, Dimitri Bivol. That's a fight I gotta see. Like that fight I gotta see.
Yeah,
Joe Apatow and Zerto. I gotta see that fight.
bro, they are
Like that.
avoiding Apatai.
You know what
None of
I'm
them, like Zerto or I can't say Badu because Badu has a mandatory against the. I think Badu lost his last fight against McCalkin, but that's
saying?
just
Yeah. Now, Bado
you
won.
know.
He won his last fight. He gotta run that fight back with the
No,
dude he
I
fought
didn't think
last.
he won that fight. I thought McCalkin won that fight. Like I thought McCalkin won that fight like 7-5, 8-4. You know what I'm saying? I think Badu was trying to finesse his way to the win, which he did. He finessed that victory, but he got to run that back. But I'm like Badu. I don't think Badu, if he wins again, I don't think he's going to be trying to fight Apatai because the problem with Apatai is fast hands, power in both hands, fast feet. He got a chin, and it seems like when you hit Apatai hard, he just gets mad. Like he was like he don't even feel it.
I
Like
tell
you
you
hit
another
him
fight I
hard
gotta
and he
see.
wants to fight you
Why do you want to
now.
see Zerto and Opataya? You know how that fight's gonna end, Cam.
Apatai's gonna murder Zerto.
Look, they
He's
both
gonna
champions.
murder him.
That's a unification.
Like you do realize that Apatai won his belt with a broken jaw.
Zerto Ramirez, you know this, Cam, is one of my favorite fighters. I love Zerto. Jay Opataya gonna beat the Hebrew shit out of him.
And then what did Bivol do? Bivol took your old school. I'm gonna use a 1-2. He used a 1-2 the whole night, a 1-2-3 the whole night, and beat
And Jay
Zerto.
Opataya gonna do him worse. Jay Opataya's gonna do him worse than
As
Bivol
soon
did.
as I'm telling you, when
He's
Zerto
too
hits
slow.
Jai gonna
slow.
look at him. Like Jai gets that look at it. When you hit Jai, he gets a look in his eye like, oh, really? You want to fight? And then he starts putting them paws on you, the Beats by Dre on you. Jai puts the
And let
Beats
me
by Dre on
give you
people.
another piece of let me give you another hot take, Cam. He'll do the same thing to David Benavidez. He'll beat the shit out of him too.
What?
Because
He'll beat the shit out of him.
the thing about Jai understands distance control. Jai stays in the distance to hit you, but he stays in enough distance to where you can't touch him. And then even if you do, he can clear that distance real quick. Like if you got a long reach, it doesn't matter. He can get inside of it, or he can stay around it. Or if you like to come forward, he will dance around you if you like to come forward. You know what I'm saying?
And he's super aggressive. He's hyper aggressive.
And he's athletic. He's athletic, deceptively athletic. He's quicker than you think. He's like, you know what they say, speed is the body, quick is the mind. Jai is fast and he's quick.
And he got that mean streak.
He nasty.
He got that
What's
mean
going on?
streak.
What's going on?
Remember, he fought Mary Breedis that first time, that last 4 rounds, he fought with a broken jaw.
Like off the hinges. Off the hinge. I haven't seen that. Last time I saw a fighter win like that was when Arthur Abraham beat Edison Miranda in Orlando. When Miranda broke Arthur Abraham's jaw off the hinges. And it looked like a horror movie. Like Abraham looked like he was in a fucking horror movie at the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's the best.
He was even gonna fight again after that fucking Breedis fight. But Mary Breedis was a bad motherfucker. People don't remember that. People don't understand how good Mary Breedis really was.
3-time champion, all lineal. You know what I'm saying? Like the only even Brady said the toughest fight of his career was Usyk, and that was a majority. And that was a majority win. You know what I'm saying? That's probably Usyk's toughest fight is Brady's.
Yeah, what's good with you, brother? What's poppin'?
What's going on? What's the topic?
It's rich, money rich Porter.
So we can
We was
talk
talking
about
how Rip was talking about how John Battaglia gonna beat the shit out of David Benavidez.
I don't believe that.
And we got Boots, Lima fight week, man. And hold on, let me just to bring it back, man. Little throwback right here for my man Boots Ennis right here. Here kicking some ass, man.
Comes in and meets a heavy artillery from Ennis. But Villa determined to gut this out. Oh, the left, the right, and Villa goes down for the first time in his career, and it is over. Gerard Boots Ennis vanquishes Roymond Villa in the 10th. As tough as they come, Roymond Villa, a punishing shot after shot. It results in Gerard Boots Ennis returning to his knockout ways. He's 31-0 with 1 no decision, 28 KOs.
Saying, hey, you're good. And this was where Villa got in trouble primarily because of that straight left hand, and then the uppercuts came. That left hand was the punch that did the damage to knock him down after, he had been hit with so many big punches. And rightfully, Boots Ennis celebrating. Villa was game to the end, throwing punches, trying to land, but getting fatigued as well as getting hurt, and finally those big shots, ultimately from the left-handed stance. Could have been the righty stance or the left-handed stance, but it was as a lefty that Ennis put him down. And Abner, here's the point. Power the same on the left.
Boy. Yeah,
man, I know. I'm still mad that Villa beat Ellis. I'm still mad that Villa beat Ellis.
So it's basically we talking about this month of fights that's coming up.
Yeah.
And November too. I mean, just all the real fights.
Well, you got that Mexican versus the world card in November.
I mean, you got this week. You got Usa Lima, and Boots, of course, and then you got David Allen. He's fighting this week along with Josh Padley's on that card.
Wait, when does Boots and Shakur fight?
You only heard. Who was that?
When does Boots and Shakur fight?
No, I said Boots. Boots and Lima's fighting this weekend.
I'm sorry. I meant Shakur and Teofimo. When do they fight? In a couple weeks?
I think next year. Hell no. They talk about January. I'm starting to. Hey, man, they ain't even announced this fight. Honestly, man, I'm starting to think this fight ain't gonna happen, man. With Teo and Shakur, real shit.
Here's where I think the problem will come if the fight doesn't happen. Same reason why the fight didn't happen with Devin and Teo. Teo wants at least $7 million per fight. That's what he said because he got mad that Bob only paid him $2 million to fight Josh Taylor. Yeah, he was mad.
Turkey just had 11 million on the table to fight Devin. He
And he
turned
turned
that
it
down.
down.
Yeah, so like Teofimo is like he plays prima donna very ever since he beat Loma, that nigga think he RJJ or James Toney or like he think he the
He don't
everything ever
want to
since
take
he beat
another
Loma.
loss, man. It's just simple as that. A lot of these dudes, they know too many losses. People start throwing you away. Like our American
Sadly,
crowd different.
only in
Only in
America.
America, yeah. So I mean, like other countries, tough fights like that, whoever win, lose, or draw, they fucking with
I
both
was
of them.
I had
Over
just said that
here,
earlier today. I said America's the only place where you could be a champion with no defenses and be called a bum. But anywhere
yeah.
else in the world, champion with 10 defenses, no defenses, you're a champ for life. They would never
Mhm.
call you a bum, ever. And I'm like, only in America can you be a world champion in boxing, basketball, football, MMA, and the fan will still ask you, well, what else can you do? Can you dance? Can you act? Can you sing? Can you rap?
Yeah, man.
Are you funny? Can you entertain me
Yeah.
too? Like we're the only fans in the world that ask for greatness more from great people. Only fans that do it.
I mean, Terrence Crawford couldn't win for 5 minutes. They was Benavidez. He need to fight. He need to fight. Like, damn, the man just won. You know, like, I mean, that's just how they are, though.
More.
So,
If you
yeah.
that good, fight Benavidez. Then you that good, fight this guy. Then fight Bivol. Why the fuck would he fight Bivol? I heard people saying Crawford versus Bivol. I'm like, why?
Yeah, the Canelo fight was like a one-off. That was just a dare to be
That's what
great.
the fans be the problem, man. That's what I be saying. The fans
Always.
be too much, man, at times, man. Yeah, we want certain fights, but like I said, some fights gotta marinate, some fights don't make sense. Some fights the money gotta make sense 100% and everything, man.
And then some fights just don't happen. Like, we just don't
Yup.
get some fights.
Like
Back
Andre
in the
Berto versus
day,
Shane Mosley, that never happened, even though it was
our,
announced. Zab Judah versus Shane Mosley, announced but never happened.
our James Tony Bernard Hopkins, we never got that.
Announced but never happened. Well, that was because James kept losing at 175. That's because he kept losing
Yeah,
Montel Griffin.
I wanted that, bro. Oh my god, I
There's
wanted
a
that.
whole Ring magazine article in like 2000, 2001 talking about even though James isn't a champion, and like do we still want to see B Hop versus Tony? Like it was a main
Hell
page. Like they said, we still want to see it even though James is at cruiserweight.
yeah, bro. That's greatness. That's come on, man. That's
Or
top level.
or what else? No, Aaron Pryor versus any other 140-pound champion at the time. Because I know
I'm gonna tell you.
Aaron Pryor he had signed to fight Steve
That's
Boom Boom
what
Mancini, but then Mancini had lost, so the fight was out the window.
Aaron
Mancini
was
was
sorry as
nice.
hell he didn't get that Sugar Ray fight.
Yeah,
That
he was
his
always.
biggest payday.
Yeah, I was always kind of bummed that Aaron never got that fight. You know, another fight that I know Julian Jackson, he desperately wanted the Mike McCallum rematch. Desperately. You know what I'm saying? But I heard Mike moved around him
I mean,
at 160. Because there's
and then
you can look it up. Mike McCallum's having a press conference. Julian Jackson crashes it, gets on the stage and says, "When you gonna give me that rematch again? When you gonna fight me again, Mike?" And Mike says, I'll decapitate him again if we make it happen. I'll kill him again if we do it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes things just don't manifest. Sometimes, like
Mike McCallum versus Thomas Hearns. Mike McCallum versus Roberto Duran, even though McCallum was his #1 mandatory. Some
I
shit
like
just
this
don't.
comment from my dog T Mac. He said fan base is becoming so intertwined with the fighters has proven to be a negative. Facts.
100% agree in
Yeah,
America. This is
yeah,
only a fact
yeah.
in America.
I mean, because it's like with Mexico, you can understand why they do that. Like, because Canelo would be considered like the Lakers to them. You know what I'm saying? But over here, we ain't got no reason to be like that. We got plenty of good fighters, and we still, I don't know.
I think the thing is like with Mexico is like they have Canelo. Before Canelo, they had Marquez. Before Marquez, they had Barrera and Morales.
But
Before
that's all
those
they be
guys,
having though. They don't got other sports teams and
they got
football
soccer.
teams, basketball. Yeah, you see
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
got
saying? But
soccer.
like
Soccer's big over there and stuff like that.
that's
Basketball's
really
becoming a
all
little
they
bit
got.
bigger because
So
NBA is
they
talking about
boxers. So they boxers, they hold them in high regards, win, lose, or draw. You know what
But
I'm
you got to
saying?
think about it. England does the same thing. England holds those guys in high regards, and they got
Yeah,
plenty of
you know
sports
what I'm
to choose
saying?
from. Australia, think about it. Jeff Horn, you think they calling Jeff Horn a bum in Australia?
Hell no, he
Hell
beat
no.
Pacquiao.
Hell no. They never gonna they not. He's a king over there. You really think a lot of like the Japanese like Miura, Takashi Miura? We only know him for getting beat up by Francisco Vargas. But you think him being a former champion, he's a bum? Hell no. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? It's only in it's only in America.
because we so spoiled with superstars. Like I said, we got football, basketball, baseball,
Right.
boxing, this,
Rap,
that.
rap, movies,
Yeah, other
TV,
countries ain't
reality
got that.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they. I just don't. I think that what other countries do versus we do, we just see boxers as entertainers. We don't see them as anything more than that. While other countries literally see them, like Japan, Mexico, all the other countries, they see them as gladiators, literal blood sport warriors. You know what I'm saying? They're held at a different decree than anybody else in other sports. Here in America, kickboxing, MMA, boxing is all considered entertainment for us. Football is all considered sports entertainment. We don't consider those guys a level above.
Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Which is a more grueling sport? Football, pro football, or boxing?
Boxing.
Boxing.
Boxing is the dirtiest sport,
You can
bro.
die in boxing.
Then
You
why?
can die.
Hold on.
Show me, bro.
Then why do pro football players make so much and boxers make so little?
Because in boxing, because in pro box, because in NFL, it's all under one umbrella, one
Yeah, they a
tree.
corporation.
And not only that, but they get 50% of the revenue. They have a players
and I think
union.
also, I think it's what you said, because
They got
people
a
in
union.
America see pro football players as gladiators, and they see boxers just like
As
wrestlers.
entertainers. We don't see them as gladiators for some reason. We just see them as a part of entertainment. But like we're the only country that does that. Like Canada doesn't even
But
see their fighters
I'm gonna tell
like
you this
that.
though. It's gonna take though, like I hate to say it in retrospective though. Like Tank fighting Paul is gonna bring more eyes to the sport, and then it's gonna bring a lot of shit to the table for us. The spectators, as far as Netflix and shit, to where Netflix and some of these other big companies, man, they start looking into boxing a lot more. Don't want to invest, but they're gonna want certain matchups. They're gonna want certain guys to fight and shit
Well,
like
it kind
that.
of comes and goes how boxing gets media relevancy,
Because
you know.
we're going into the streaming era now. You know what I mean? Like the pay per
Yeah,
view
but
shit is definitely dwindling down. I said it earlier. I said the only people that should be on pay per view in boxing should be Canelo and Tank.
think about
Everybody
it
else should be on pay per view.
But before the HBO Showtime model, you literally had to be on national television to get that coverage. Well, what Duran versus Leonard 2 was on CBS. You know what I'm saying? Holmes versus Shavers was on CBS. You know what I'm saying? Like that used to be that you had to be on. Like Terry Norris fought on USA Network as a champion. You know what I'm saying? So like that used to be the model always changes every 25, 30 years, it seems like.
Absolutely.
Hagler versus Antifermo, Hagler versus Mentor on ABC.
ABC family, Channel 5, Channel 6. What? You know what I'm saying? Like you had some closed circuit fights, Hagler versus Leonard, Hagler Hearns was closed circuit. Tyson fights were closed circuit, but even he still had fights on USA Today, USA Network, and ABC before he got the HBO gig. You know what I'm saying? Like there was
Hagler
still
versus Tony Simpson, Hagler versus Hamsho, NBC.
NBC. Stop it. Like so.
Look at my sister, Queen, what's new, sis? Yeah, man. I think, hey, real shit. I'm gonna tell you another more fights I want to see for like currently, like Bam Bam and Junto. That's the fight I want to see.
We're getting Junto versus Inoue at Tokyo Dome sometime in the spring or summer.
Yeah, because Junto
Bam
just
Bam
moved up.
anyway. Junto anyway. Like I want to see those three, those matchups.
But Bam still got 2 weight classes because he's at 115. He still got 118, and because they're at 122, he still got to go through 118. You
He
know what I'm
already fought at
saying?
118 though. Remember, he went and fought what's his name at 118. Then he went back down.
Juan Francisco is not as Juan Francisco Estrada at Superfly. Yeah.
Yeah, he went. He already went up before,
And
so
I
I'm
lost
sure
$500 on that fight.
he can make the weight. I'm sure. So
I lost $500 on that fight because I loved Juan Francisco Estrada. I say he should deserve as much love as
against
Canelo
Bam,
got.
against Bam.
Well, Francisco was a more established fighter, over 15 championship fights. I was going off of. I'd go. I'm a traditionalist. You know what I'm saying? I don't run at the first.
I know where you coming from off experience and all that, but Bam be cracking, man.
Yeah,
Bam did crack, but I was going off of Juan come off the canvas more. Juan's more established. Juan has shown the ability to make adjustments on the fly, even while being hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I was going off of different, more intangible that I've seen off of 40 fights versus 20 fights. You know what I'm saying? Because the only fight I had to show was they fought the same 2 guys, Carlos Quadras and Sarisa Ketsor Rungvisai. And the only main fight was like, damn, he beat Sarisa Ket better than Juan did. You know what I'm saying? But that was the only, I thought maybe it was just a style matchup. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe the fact that Sarisa Ket had been on a layoff before
Give
he
me a
took
second.
that fight.
Hold on. Stop the front. Hold on. Mike Ware, salute to my brother Mike Ware. He said you can't fight Frank Martin and expect to be on pay per view. For one, it's Tank, bro. It don't matter who he fight. He got fans who's gonna come out and want to see him fight, and he got a lot of fans who's gonna pay to see him fight. No matter who he fights, brother. Like you need to understand that, bro. Like,
I mean, it's the same thing Canelo was doing. Didn't nobody ask for no damn Munguia and Berlanga? But
Who asked for Roy Jones Jr. versus Brian Brandon? Who asked for
right.
Roy Jones Jr. versus Richard Hall? You know what I'm saying? Who asked for Roy Jones Jr. versus Glenn Kelly? Who asked for Roy Jones Jr. versus Clifton Woods? Clinton Wood. Nobody asked for those fights. But did he sell them out? Because it's Roy Jones Jr. He gonna dance in the ring. He might rap a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? He gonna dance in the ring while fighting.
Right.
He gonna hands down. Nope. You can't hit me. People say Floyd fucked it up for boxing. I said Roy fucked it up for boxing because Roy was playing basketball, still
But
beating
Oscar
dudes
did
up.
it too, though. Roy, Oscar, all them build up they profile to where they got to a certain point to where they could pick and choose. Same
Act
thing
a
Floyd
fool.
did. You got niggas doing that now and ain't even fought no damn body.
People call out Roy Jones' resume. I say he beat 4 first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
like he beat Virgil Hill, Mike McCallum, James Toney, and Bernard Hopkins, all before he even became #1 pound for pound.
And he
let me
went up
ask
to
you
Big
this.
Ruiz. And he went up
Yeah,
to
I was
Big
gonna say,
Ruiz
that's
at
what I was gonna
heavyweight.
say.
What's the?
That's
Let
the
me ask you
difference
this. What?
because
What's young?
Roy beat all them dudes that they said he couldn't beat. They said he couldn't beat Tony. They said he couldn't beat Hopkins. He beat him and made him look bad.
Well, I don't know about Hopkins because Hopkins
Let me
was
ask y'all this real quick.
I don't know about the
Let me
Hopkins
ask-
fight because Hopkins was unknown at the time.
Yeah, Hopkins was young.
Like,
let me ask y'all this.
he was older than Roy.
What y'all think
He was older
about?
than Roy.
What's
But he
the
wasn't.
fight at 154 from Boots? The most y'all want to see from Boots at 154?
Boots.
Bakram
Murtazalia.
Bakram ain't look, bro. Listen. Everybody is riding on Bakram off one fight, bro. That's one fight we see him do that in.
No,
we see Tim Zoo ain't shit for real. So like that just
my issue is
But why ain't nobody else wanted to fight? Why ain't nobody else
here's the
wanted to
thing.
fight?
Hold on. Here's some history on Bakram. He was the #1 mandatory for the WBC for the IBF 154 belt for Charlo for 3 years. And there's a reason Charlo said, I really don't want to deal with him. Think about it. Why would Charlo intentionally say, I do not want to fight him, pay him whatever to keep him out the way? And now that he's champion, Virgil don't say his name, Honduras don't say his name, Boots hasn't said his name, Zayas hasn't said his name. There's a reason nobody is trying to fight him.
I mean, he is high risk, low reward.
Who said he'll fight
He's a high risk, low reward.
But that's what I'm saying though. If Tim Zoo ain't shit, He beat the shit out of Tim Zoo, and Tim Zoo ain't shit, and everybody's better. Why don't them better dudes go over there and take that belt up off of him?
Because here's the thing, he's just sitting waiting. It ain't like he's just sitting. Even Josh Kelly, his number 2 after Erickson Lubin said, "Nah, I'm gonna go fight for the interim. I'm gonna go fight a more winnable fight. I'm gonna go fight Virgil." Even Josh Kelly's like, "Hey, yo,
honestly,
I
I
don't
got
even want to
Boots.
fight Bachman."
If I mean, to be for real, if because right now Boots in position where he can really snatch boxing by the balls. All he really got to do is go for it. So I can see Boots going to get a Bachman next or something like that. If he go get a nigga like that next, that shit gonna boost his profile.
Because here's
You
the
know
thing,
what I'm
Bachman
saying?
come to
Like,
Philly. Bachman will go to Philly like he went to Australia. He will go to Philly to fight Boots for pennies on a dollar. I don't even think Bachman care about the money. He just wants some action.
I think he just want to fight. I mean, that's how most of them Europeans be though. They just be wanting to fight. They don't
But
be
those
caring
be the
about all
most
that
dangerous.
shit.
But those be
Hey,
the most dangerous guys,
you know
though.
what the
The
old
guys that
heads
don't
told
care
me,
about
Cam
money.
You know what the old heads told me back in the day? They told me, don't believe shit that a motherfucker said. Watch what he does. That'll tell you who he is.
Because apparently Fundura doesn't want to fight Bachram because of sparring. Bachram apparently hurt Fundura in sparring. And I'm like, I've been scouring
But
the
the thing about
internet for that footage.
I like Boots versus Fundora. That's the fight I want to see.
I
For
want Boots to get the winner
That's
of the
just a fun
Fundora
fight to
Thurman
watch.
fight. That's what I would like for Boots to get the
fight
winner.
I want to see for Boots.
I want to see
You know what
Boots
I
and
want to see
Thurman.
Boots get? I want to see Boots get any fight. Get a fight. That's it. Fight somebody.
Because we see what he can do against another champion. We see what he can do. Like Boots seems the type of fighter to be like he shows up when he wants to show up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it seems like with Boots.
I mean, that shit easy to him though. You can tell it's easy. So he need a test like a fight that's gonna really push him. That's why I
mean,
want
think
him to
about
fight
it. Y'all
somebody
remember
like
Vernon
that.
Forrest? Y'all remember Vernon Forrest? Vernon Forrest had a whole bunch of fights and couldn't get nobody to fight him until Shane said, "Fuck it, I'll fight you, dog."
And look what he did to Sugar Shane. Shit, that's why with nobody fighting.
But think about it, like with Boots, like people saying, well, Boots got a whole bunch of fights being fought. Like Vernon had a whole bunch of fights and he really didn't fight, people like that. But when his time came, you realize, damn, Vernon nice. And it
That's
took
why
a
niggas be
wild
ducking
man.
Vernon.
And it took a wild man like Mayorga who don't care about the money, don't care about the fame. He just wants action. Those always be the most dangerous guys to fight. Pay me pennies on a dollar. I don't care. You could be the Bayside. I don't care.
Broner.
I'll fight you in your hometown. I don't
See, but
care.
here's the
I
thing,
just want to
though.
put paws
This
on
is
you.
what you said
That's like
earlier.
Madonna and Broner.
Mayorga had Vernon Forrest's number. Because Vernon Forrest could beat the shit out of everybody else. But he couldn't fuck with Mayorga. Mayorga had his number.
Because Mayorga was fighting him. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time when you got pure boxers like that, they don't know how to fight. Like Devin Haney, he doesn't know how to fight.
No,
You know what
I
I'm
don't know
saying?
about all that, bro. Yeah, I
Boxing
ain't
and
gonna
fighting
say
are two
that.
different things. Like
Man, Devin Haney was in the paint with Regis. He was in the paint with Linares. Like Haney getting that bucket, bro. We ain't
I'm
gonna
not
do
saying
that.
Hey,
Bro.
Rich, hey, Rich, hold on. Let me play
it's
this
like
clip
Shane
for
Mosley.
you,
You can't
man.
call Shane Mosley a boxer.
Hold
Shane
on.
Mosley is
Let
a
me play
fighter.
this clip for Rich real quick, man, for Bill, man, so he can get his perspective on this real
Don't make
quick.
the fight. We didn't make the fight. It's Turkey, right? So there ain't nothing to talk about, right? I come on here. I talk about the game plan that Devin is going to tattoo the fuck out your son's face. We're going to start with that motherfucking stick and show him that you got to have a motherfucking stick in this motherfucking business. You see what I'm saying? He going to press him. You know what I mean? You're going to see that motherfucking Brian Norman going backwards. You dig what I'm saying? Because you thinking that he just going to come forward and press. So I'm talking to you. Now, why aren't you talking back?
Can I finish what I was saying before about fighting and boxing real quick? When I say like that, Shane Mosley was a fighter. He wasn't a boxer. Shane never boxed circles around anybody. He out fought you and out hustled you. He had boxing nuances like Nigel Benn. Fighter, not a boxer.
Let me get Rich perspective on that, man. What you think about what Bill said, Rich?
I mean, because we seen Devin fight different styles. So I mean, he telling me we ain't really seen Norman on the elite level with different packages like that. We done seen Devin mix it up with different shit. So that's what he mean. I ain't on no fanboy shit, but people be shitting on Dev. They're cold, bro.
I
Different
like
styles.
Devin.
What different styles?
I'm a Devin fan,
Huh?
but I understand Devin's
What different
limitations. That's
styles?
like,
Hold on. With different styles. All right, look at how he fought
Yeah.
Loma, and then look at how he fought Regis the next fight.
yeah, he switched it
He
up. He
fought
changed.
Loma in the pocket. Right. He fought Loma in the pocket. He kept Regis on the outside of his jab.
Yeah, I understand that,
You
but
see what
in
I'm
my
saying? That's
opinion,
different
yeah,
styles.
Now, let me
yeah, I
ask
get
this: Do
that.
you
I
believe
praise,
now?
I praise
Do
Devin.
y'all believe? Do you believe he go really go? He go press the action with Brian Norman Jr.
In spots, he'd be stupid to just sit there. Norman hit harder than Regis and Loma. He'd be
Ryan.
stupid to sit there. I mean, in spots though, he gonna have to give and take.
Wait, where's the fight
What did I
happening? Is
say
it
to
East
you,
Coast or
Cam
West
J?
Coast? Where's the?
It's in
Is it anyone
It's
know?
Saudi.
happening on It's happening in Saudi. It's happening in Saudi.
Okay, so
But
neutral,
Like I told you,
but
Cam,
but
neutral
Devin
ground.
got
Ain't got to
the
worry about a
ability.
robbery.
Devin
cool.
got the ability to cripple Norman. He can make that fight look like Regis.
He
But this
can,
is
but
what
my
I
issue.
told.
He
I don't
This
can.
is
believe
what I
that.
told
Y'all
Cam.
Come on,
wilding
man.
out.
He can. Bro, Devin nice, bro.
What
Y'all
Haney
gotta
got to do?
understand.
What Haney got to do?
Regis was handpicked, bro. He was handpicked. It was
Understood.
easy
All
This is
fights
what
picks.
are
Devin
for
got to
real, though.
do
If you
in this
really
fight.
think about it,
They
all
knew
fights is
Regis was
handpicked, bro.
full.
All
That
fights
man
are.
Bill Haney was at Regis' whole fight week in New Orleans when he fought that dude Zorilla. They was scouting
Zorilla,
that
yeah,
man.
when he fought Zorilla.
They
But
knew
all
he they
fights is
knew he was
handpicked in a way,
full.
though. Every fighter got a
This
scouter
is
that
what
go
Devin
watch
got to
fights.
do in this
All
fight,
fights is
Regis
y'all.
was
handpicked.
not like
Well, yeah,
that.
you don't want to ruin
Devin
your
has
fighter. You don't want to
Yeah,
end up like
all fights. I
Francisco
Devin
mean,
has the
Vargas.
listen, bro.
boxing
Every
time.
single
Devin
fighter
has the
damn
boxing
near
times,
handpick his
and
fight.
Devin has to stand his ground and fight at times. He got to mix it up. He
That's
cannot
just like,
let Brian Norman get into the flow of the fight. Because if
yeah, he
Brian
got to
Norman
mix
get
it
into the
up.
flow of the fight, his ass is in trouble.
Yeah, Ryan.
Hmm
Devin
He
Yeah,
has
got
to
to keep it
keep
mixed up.
if
Ryan off
Brian Norman
balance.
get to coming downhill on Devin, he can hurt him. He can get
It's
him out of
over.
there.
It's over.
Yeah,
Devin
It's
has to
over.
keep Brian off
he
balance
gonna have to keep him
completely.
on that
Body
jab, stay on the
body
stick, like his daddy said, stay on the
bo-
stick, keep him on the end of that jab, shit like that, because he don't want to just
body
sit there and
head,
bang with that man.
body
That man,
speed,
he will
feet
probably knock
angles.
him out.
But it's going to come a time where he going to have to stand his ground and fight that man. He got to
Yeah,
keep
he
that
gonna
man
have
up
to
off
in
of him.
He
spots, in
gonna have to
spots,
provide some offense.
in
My
He
boy
can't
spots.
gonna
sit
hug it
there
out.
and pity pat and play like he did with Ramirez in his fight. He
Devin
gonna
gonna hug it
lose.
out. If he
Nah,
get
hell nah,
Devin gonna
because
try and hug it out
Now,
if
if
he
he
get
fight
too
like
close.
that, he
Give me a
lose.
hug.
If he fight like he
I
fought
love
against
you.
Ramirez, he lose and he lose bad.
because I got Norman cutting the ring out better than Ramirez. Norman way
Absolutely.
more athletic, way faster. He'll cut that ring off on Dev.
That's
What
why I said
Ramirez
like
couldn't do.
that's why I said like if you saw the Ryan fight, Ryan just fought Devin. He said fuck that boxing,
But
fuck
he
that
was
jab.
juiced up. That shit, I
No, I
don't
get
know.
you on that. I get you on that. Trust me. I hate that as
That juice,
well.
that juice wasn't didn't fucking matter, man. Devin got his ass whooped. That's what it was,
Do though.
man.
It do though. A
And
performance enhancer is a
that
performance
little Oscar
enhancer.
didn't do shit within 24 hours, bro.
He
So
could
we
have
ain't
So
microdosed.
doing
let
that
me
one.
ask Rich.
He
Let
could have
me ask Rich the
microdosed.
same question, Cam. Let me ask Rich the same question. So if Devin goes up there and he gets knocked out, is it over for Dev? Or does
Nah,
it
it ain't
matter how
over.
Devin loses?
Look. Want me to tell you why it'll never be over for a person like Devin? Because everybody gonna
Okay.
want that name on their resume after that. So it'll never be over
That's a fact.
for a nigga like
That's
that.
definitely a fact.
Remember Shane Mosley? Shane Mosley
That's definitely a fact.
took back to back
Yeah,
L's in his fight. He lost to Forrest twice. He lost to Winky Wright twice. Bad.
right. And then you
But
see
Mosley
like
still became pound for pound the best once he beat Margarito. So you're only as good as your next fight, as your last fight.
exactly. But
My
but
brother T
once you
Mac, he
become a
said,
champion, even if you start losing, nigga gonna want to put that champion on his resume, regardless.
Remember
So
what happened to Austin
you always
That's
Trout?
true.
gonna have a
Remember?
That's
chance when
true.
you a champ.
Nobody wanted to fight Austin Trout when he was champion. After he lost to Canelo and Erislandy Lara, here come
Everybody
the
wanted it.
Charlo brothers. Here come Erison
Everybody,
Lubin. Here
exactly.
come
Yep,
Jared
that's how it
Hearn.
go. That's how it go. Just like Regis. Remember, Regis was good. Devin exposed him. Now everybody running through him. Like that's how it be. You know.
Some guys can adjust after losses. Some guys can't. Look at
Some can't.
Roberto
Some
Reyes.
people get ruined. Some people get
Regis
ruined
wasn't
after
good.
losses, bro.
The
Some
thing
people
is,
do
the
get
truth
ruined.
about
Yeah.
I think with Regis though, I think with Regis just thought he missed his window.
Devin,
Because you got to
Devin
remember, he just didn't
had
start boxing until he was 20 years old. Regis was 20 when he
Devin,
started
the
boxing.
thing
But he was
is,
knocking
Devin
motherfuckers
had. Let
out.
me say this:
Yeah.
Devin had advantages over a lot of guys that he done fought in his career. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Fact.
As far as the
Yes.
size, you know what I'm
Fact.
saying? He
Yeah.
done had clear advantages. He's a bigger guy, longer reach and shit. And the fight with Ryan, he fought a guy that was under his size, around his age, all of that. And with the
Right.
same reach, and now he's fighting the guy in Brian Norman with that same shit, but
With
probably
the
got
longer
just
reach.
as much
With the
more with a
longer reach.
longer reach, and probably got just as much as more power than Ryan.
Now
That's
the
why it's a
problem with
50-50.
Ryan is we
That's
don't
why
even.
this
And
fight
he's
really
built in
50-50.
at the weight at 147.
Well, the problem with Devin is we don't even. Here's my problem with Devin is has he malnourished himself too much to fully be at 100% even at 147?
I think he gonna fill out well at
No,
147.
not that. What I mean is, remember how Riddick Bowe and James Toney kind of fucked their body up by not regulating their weight like they were supposed to?
I'm
You know what
about
I'm
to say,
saying?
Tony, my favorite fighter, he was just he was poor outside of the ring. He was just bad. Like
But no, to be honest, like Tony has a this is
that's
before
my
boxing.
favorite fighter ever, James Tony.
Most people don't know this. James Toney had a pituitary gland disorder. So it wasn't the fact that he was lazy. His body literally would like is irregulated. You know what I'm saying? If your pituitary gland is off, it affects your emotions, your mood, your appetite, your weight, you know, your energy levels. So I always thought that's what bothered Tony because he literally had a pituitary gland issue. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's why his weight was always a problem because because not only that, he was a 200-pound football player before he was a boxer. So he was just naturally a very big guy. Tony even said Bill Miller had to talk him into coming down to 160 because James wanted to fight at 175 and move up to heavyweight eventually. And he said Bob Arum and not Bob Arum, Jackie Callan and Bill Miller were trying to say we're trying to get him to go to 154, and he said I'd be anorexic at 154.
And remember, she wanted to keep him at 160 when he wanted to go to 68. Remember, he was like, "I'm going up." Like,
You know,
I can't make 60.
y'all know James Toney had a D1 scholarship to play football, right?
Yeah. He just kept getting into too many fights, and even his mom said
guess how he got kicked out. Guess how he got kicked out of Florida State. You know who he beat up, right?
Who?
He beat up his roommate, Deion Sanders. Yeah. He beat his roommate up.
Or how Terry Norris had D1 offers and was even going to be drafted by MLB because he was really good at San Diego State. But he had a real bad temper and ended up going into boxing. And we saw how bad his temper was. He got DQ losses for hitting dudes after the bell and when they on the ground and shit.
Hey, my boy Mike West said, "Don't compare Devin to Shane."
Devin and Shane.
I would never compare Devin to Shane. Shane is a legitimate great fighter. You know what I'm saying?
He's a legitimate legend.
Legitimate legend.
Hey, but
everybody.
Devin did shit Shane ain't did. Shane ain't never been undisputed.
No. Because Shane decided he was gonna be crazy and said, "I'm gonna skip 140 and fight Oscar at 147."
He did that. He jumped up too. He did.
And let's be honest, Shane ain't never been undisputed, but Shane never had to fight a motherfucker as bad as motherfucking Kambosos either. Because Kambosos trash.
Well, no,
but shit, that was on Tio. Tio fumbled that. Tio fumbled that though. That ain't their fault. Tio fumbled that.
Remember, Shane tried to become undisputed. He had to fight Winky Wright, though. And even Shane said fighting Winky Wright was the hardest fight because he said, I never felt little fighting anybody, even Margarito. He said, fighting
Winky Wright was a bad mother scooter, bro.
Shane said he felt like a lightweight fighting Winky. He said he never felt little against any fighter, but fighting Winky, he said he felt so small. He said he would punch Winky and it felt like punching pillows.
And I feel that's why people say that undisputed is watered down because of Devin beating Kambosos. That's why people say.
I mean, because you can get it in one fight, like how Bud done did it twice in one fight. Like you can do it like that, but I mean, it's an accomplishment still.
Let's be honest though. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. Muhammad Ali did it in one fight.
He did it 3 times
in one fight.
Yeah, he undisputed 3 times.
That was how the belts were set up back then. You gotta remember the belts didn't get split up till after 1967. And that's when the belts got split up between the WBA and the 1967 WBA, 1968 WBC. You know what I'm saying? So
and you always had the
I just
ring.
hate when motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I
well,
just
you
hate
had the
when motherfuckers who don't
NYAC,
fight.
the NBA, and the ring magazine. There were still
Yeah,
people think there were
always
still
had the
three
ring.
belts. There was the
Yeah.
ring,
I just
the
don't hate. I
NYA, the
just
New
hate
York
when
Athletic
motherfuckers.
Commission,
I just
and the
hate when
National
motherfuckers who
Boxing
don't fight
Alliance.
say that undisputed is easy. How do you know? If it was
Nah,
easy,
it ain't
everybody be
easy.
doing it.
Nah, it ain't easy. That's an accomplishment within itself. Like I got every belt.
Yeah.
Fuck you
It
mean? You know,
depends how
like
you get it though. Like if you know what I'm saying,
Sometimes,
if you
yeah.
grinding it out, like you going fighter by fighter, then you know what I'm saying, a lot of people gonna respect that rather than it depends if you fight one motherfucker and then you know that motherfucker a bad motherfucker, then it's different, you know what I mean? But if it's a motherfucker like Cambosis, then motherfuckers gonna be like, we don't
Y'all
really
remember?
care for it.
Y'all remember O'Neal
Well,
Bell?
okay.
No one ever
Well,
talks
you gonna
about
say
him
like
being
that? Well,
undisputed,
since we saying
but
that,
O'Neal
was
Bell was
Errol a bad
undisputed at
motherfucker?
cruiserweight.
Was
That was
Errol
a
a
bad
bad motherfucker?
motherfucker. That
no,
was definitely a bad motherfucker.
Earl was a bad boy. Yeah,
We just didn't know how.
Earl was tough.
We didn't know how
Cambosis
damaged
wasn't
he
though.
was. We just didn't know how
Cambosis wasn't.
damaged he
Huh?
was, though.
Cambosis
How you?
But
wasn't.
see, I ain't
Well,
gonna say.
now
But
let's
look,
ask this question. Let's ask this question honestly. Was Errol damaged, or
no,
did Bud make
no.
him look like he was damaged?
Bud made him look like that because the man had two high level fights. Danny Garcia and Udanis Ugas, two top 147s before that.
No,
Hell
yeah,
no, he wasn't
definitely.
damaged.
But people were talking about the second car accident he had got in before the Bud fight.
Man, he shouldn't have fought then.
Because I had to look it up. Because I remember
Explain to
Danny
us
Garcia
exactly.
talking about it. I'm like, wait, Errol had another car accident. And I had to look it up, and yeah, he had another car accident. Someone hit him from the back during traffic, and he had to go to the hospital and stuff for like whiplash or whatever the fuck. But yeah, he had a whole
My
other car
sentiment is
accident.
exactly. If he was that fucking hurt, then pull out of the fight.
Pull out the fight. Right.
Agree. I'll agree with you guys on that one.
Because I mean, now we hearing all this shit and it's taken away from the fight. Like
I never took it. I never took away. I don't take anything from any fighter's victory because you still got to get in there and do it. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen guys hurt find a way. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know about the car accident until like the week of the fight. They were talking to Danny Garcia
I can
about
tell
it.
you myself, I'm an Earl fan, and he ain't give me no excuses. I ain't getting no excuses about it. It is what it is. He got his ass whooped. I
Yeah.
left it back to where it
right.
was.
Right. That's like
that's
with
that's my thing. Us as fans, we'll go crazy off of one motherfucking fighter, losing one fight, and we don't. We gotta wait and see how these motherfuckers do after losing the fight. We just can't write these guys off after losing one fight, and that be the problem with the fan bases for real.
Well, Errol need to take a fucking fight then. Goddamn. It's been
But
2
here's the
years.
thing, though, and what
Errol,
kills me is this: motherfuckers act
whoever
like
lose a
Errol lost
fight,
to a bug. They act like Errol lost to some
he
nigga that
lost
was
to
at the
one. He
corner
lost to
drinking a
the
beer.
best nigga in the planet right now. Shit.
yeah.
Or Demetrius Andrade. You know, he hasn't had a fight, and the last fight he
I
took
can
was
see
his
if you
most
like
dangerous
fucking,
fight.
you like Tiafimo, you
I
lose to
don't give a
Cambosis
fuck
and
about Boo
shit.
Boo because
Then
Boo
that's
Boo
different.
bullshit. Boo
Yeah,
Boo
Boo Boo fucked up his
bullshit.
own career.
Andre bullshit.
Yeah, Boo Boo fucked
Andre
his
should
own
have took that
career.
Charlo fight when he had that Charlo fight on the table.
That was a long, long time ago. But
It
yeah,
don't
I
make no
guess.
difference. But he been crying about getting a big fight. When you had your opportunity, you pulled out. Like that's why I don't really be worried about what Boo Boo talking about.
I think that was more due to like some political shit going on because at the time we can't say
He
that
wanted some more money.
there was a
He was with
boxing
Eddie
cold
Hearn.
war at the time.
He
It
was
was
with
literally
Eddie
called the
Hearn.
boxing
Yeah,
cold
he was fucking
war.
with Eddie Hearn. He wanted more
Yeah,
money.
Eddie Hearn, man. Eddie Hearn don't got a great track record with American fighters. That's the
And
truth
No,
that's
of the
my boy.
matter.
I fuck with Eddie. That's my guy.
I
But
like Eddie too.
Eddie
Eddie
Because
Eddie
he keep
Shane.
entertaining.
finding these European dudes. He went all the way to Portugal to find this dude. This dude's from
Man,
Cameroon, but he lives in Portugal.
Now Eddie done put some Americans on though. Like he got Richard Hitchison, he got Ray
now
Ford, he got
Richardson, he a
Boots
free agent
bubbling.
now.
Like
Ammo
Possibly a free
Williamson.
agent.
yeah,
He
Eddie
got
know how
Ammo
to move a
Williamson.
fighter, but
Yeah, Ammo
he
from
just
Texas.
not
He got
that
Ammo
good with
over
the
there doing
American
some
market like
things.
that.
Ammo represent Texas in the building.
But the
But
thing
Eddie know
is,
how to
he
move a
ain't he
fighter
ain't
though.
doing shit for these fighters for real. He's doing for them, but they're not. He's not elevating them in the stars. He's not making none of these American guys stars.
Well,
Well,
you
no, I
gotta
think
pay
I
the
think
dudes to fight him. I
Nah,
mean,
I
you gotta
mean
understand.
Ammo lost. I think Ammo Williams had his shot, but he just came across Hamza, and Hamza's really nice. and now we're about to see like how good Hamza really is. Because I
Even
knew
Ray
Hamza.
Ford. Like Ray Ford is on the stand still right now. Ray Ford is
I think he got a
in
fight
the
coming
top
up.
4 in 3 sanctioning bodies, and he can't even get a title shot like right now at all. Like,
I
and
think
his performances
I
ain't
think
been
they trying to
reflected
position
too.
him for that WBA. Once Roach move up, they trying to get Ray Ford to get that
Yeah, they're gonna
Vegas.
match him up with Jazza Dickens. That's what I heard
Yeah,
as well. Because
yeah,
Jazza
they trying
Dickens
to
is the
get him that
interim
title
champion
fight.
right now. But here's the
They trying to
thing.
see what Roach gonna do.
But here's the thing.
And Eddie
Jazza.
got to start paying motherfuckers to fight a dude like Boots.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers is
Eddie
not
cheap,
just going to get in the ring with Boots
Eddie
for
cheap.
cheap money.
His
Motherfuckers is
daddy
not going to get
cheap,
in the
very
ring
cheap.
with Boots for nothing. They're not doing that.
Eddie
You
Eddie
comes
got to
from
cheap
pay
in the
his
him to fight.
bloodline,
motherfucker.
very cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga got to get paid for that ass whooping.
But
Nigga not taking that ass whooping for free.
That's a fact.
But yeah, Ford had to fight Abraham because like the fight that he had got the dude that had pulled out.
Yeah, Kakashi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I think
I actually want to see him fight, run that shit back because they was talking shit back and forth a little bit after that. So I still want to see that.
Ford and who was he supposed to fight again?
The dude Kakashi, the dude that
Oh yeah, Anthony Kakashi.
he
Anthony
stopped.
Kakashi is the
Yeah,
number one
he
130
stopped
pounder
Joe
in
Cordina.
the world. He is number one with no belts. He literally
But he
beat
pulled out. He
he's
pulled
beaten
out against Raymond Ford though, right? Didn't he pull
he
out?
got hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got
he
hurt.
got
Yeah.
hurt in camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kakashi got hurt. So Kakashi beat the top three junior welterweights in a row. He beat Cordina, knocked out Cordina, and then he fought Warrington, beat Warrington at his own game inside, a lot of punches, and then he just knocked out Lee Wood in a Fight of the Year contender. So he literally just beat 3 of the top 5 130 pounders in a row with no belts on the line. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to see Kakashi versus Ford because I got Kakashi in that fight because Kakashi, that dude is a savage. He is. It's like when he get hurt, he get more dangerous.
Mm.
And I think he's
I
being
think
represented.
Raymond
He's
Ford
being
gonna beat his
represented by
ass.
Carl Frampton.
I think Raymond Ford gonna beat his ass.
That could happen. That could happen. That very much could happen because Raymond did have. I don't think Raymond's that as a bad fight. I just think he lost to Nick Ball because of the weight. He couldn't do 126 no more.
Yeah, he stayed too long. I said the same thing. He should have never took that fight.
Which is
Turkey
crazy.
gave him that bag.
Which is crazy because he only had 17, 14, 15, 16 fights. He didn't even have 20 fights when he fought for the belt. They kind of fast.
But he's a young kid and he's growing. He's a young kid and he's growing. It's just like now, because Nick Ball got that belt, but he ain't rushing to jump in the ring with Shoo.
No.
He ain't chomping at the bit for that fight.
Nick Ball trying to get that Inoue fight.
Yeah, he want the Inoue fight. He's hoping Inoue comes up to 126. When Inoue does come to 126, he gets the fight first, since he knows he's a kind of more beatable opponent for Inoue at 126.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta find him. He's coming right at you. You don't need no
That's why
sonar.
Nick
You
Ball
don't need
don't
no
want that.
radar.
He don't want that shoo smoke.
Nah,
He don't want nothing to do with Shoo. He don't want nothing to do
but
with
hold on,
Shoo.
I want Shoo to fight Espinoza.
Me too.
The tall dude.
That's the fight I want to see.
Raphael, why you waiting on Ball when you got a top-ranked champion in your weight class? Huh?
Shoo been calling him out. What else can he do? He been calling the dude out after every fight.
Raphael answered the call too. Raphael got a fight coming up next though against Kamagai.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he fighting in November in Mexico.
Yeah, so
and Emiliano Vargas and Richard Torres fight on the undercard.
Answer Shoo's call after Kamagai.
Yeah, it's not like Raphael been ducking him. Raphael, he champ. He can move at his own pace.
Right, I get it.
But Shushu, he's an interim. But Shushu's what? He's an interim champion at WBC. Who's the WBC champion at 126? Ray Vargas. No, he's WBO. No, he's WBO.
No, it's Fulton. It's Fulton. Vargas is the interim, but Fulton is the champion. But Fulton moving up to fight Foster. So
yeah. So
my bad. Shushu's the interim champion now. So he is
So we got
to be elevated.
So wait a minute. At 126, we got an interim champion, a recess champion, and an active champion.
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas. Ray Vargas need to figure out what the fuck he's gonna do because he should not still be champion in recess.
Ain't Ray Vargas like 40?
He's 36. He's like 35. No, he's like in his mid 30s. Remember, like, those Mexicans start at 15, 16. So when they like
There you
so
go.
when they like
Ray
15
need to
years,
hang it up.
when they do 15 years, they only 30.
Ray need to hang it up, man. Ray done, man. Ray need to hang that shit up.
I don't think he don't want to fight no more after he lost. He don't want to fight no more. So, and I'm kind of interested in Noakes versus Abdullah because that's not going to be an easy fight for Mason.
That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight. I got Abdullah winning, but it's not gonna be easy.
Noakes can crack, and Abdullah has shown lapses in concentration to eat punches when he shouldn't.
Noakes cracking.
Noakes can play. Them in them UK guys, they're used to being the underdogs. They don't care.
Yeah, that boy cracking.
And I even
Sam Noakes knows, and Sam Noakes knows what this is. This is his last chance. This is it.
Noakes had a championship fight before this?
No, but he knows Sam Noakes. If he loses, he going to the back of the line.
Oh, you're talking about if Abdullah loses to Sam Noakes. Okay, yeah, I got what you're saying. Yeah.
Sam Noakes knows that. Sam Noakes knows that if Sam Noakes loses this fight to Abdullah, he's going to the back of the line.
Maybe, maybe not. It all depends. We've seen guys lose the championship fight and then get right into another championship fight.
But he ain't got no cash. He ain't got no stamina to do no shit like that.
Nobody in America besides us four on this panel know who Sam Noakes is.
No, but that's fine. But all I'm saying is we've seen many times fighters go from a loss in the championship
But they
fight.
got names. But them be named fighters. You
Sam
ain't
Noakes
just
don't
get
have
no. Yeah, Noakes ain't got no skin in the game to just be jumping on
Sometimes
lines.
it all depends on your last fight. If Noakes puts up a great performance in this fight, he could see himself in another championship fight right after this.
Probably a contender fight. I don't know about another championship fight right away.
We've seen crazy things happen.
It won't be no championship fight.
Who he gonna fight at
147
135 again? Right after if he lose to Mason.
At 135, he loses to Mason. He going to the back of the line.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't getting no championship fight again if he lose this one. He got to work his way back up.
He ain't fighting none of them.
35 loaded. You still got Emilio Vargas. He up. You got Molden. Like you got 35 loaded with young motherfuckers that they gonna put in front of Nukes.
Now if Mason lose, he go jump somebody and get another shot.
Schofield, I forgot, like 35 loaded.
Why are they baby stepping Floyd Schofield? Isn't he still interim
Because he ain't
champion?
that good. Because the last time we saw him in it with somebody, he was laid out on the ground, gassed out, and he got dropped.
He might lose this next fight.
He might lose this next fight. He ain't that good.
Jojo Diaz is a champion, and he cracking.
Wait. Jojo just came off a loss, and now he's getting
Regis that he should have won.
That's wrong. That's wrong with Regis, right? Was that a draw?
He should have beat Regis. Go look at that fight. He won that fight.
I'm gonna try and watch. I try to find. I don't like highlights on fights like that. I try to see if I can find the whole thing.
Man, you ain't got DAZN. It came on. Man, I got DAZN. I watch any boxing.
No.
Yeah, Jojo won that fight.
I'm in the process of. I'm in the life process right now, my dog. I ain't like. I ain't got a card.
Schofield fought before he fought Farmer. Who was that guy that had him stretched out on canvas?
Oh, that Mexican. The young dude. I think his name. He had like 2 losses. I forgot his name.
People need to stop. They need to stop thinking these Mexicans are going to be coming up in here and being cannon fodder. These Mexicans coming up in here to win, regardless of how many wins and losses they got.
But you had your record on them.
And that's the things that you see. It's like
Renee
when I saw
Jerome. He had a fight with Renee Jerome.
Yeah.
You
just had your record
stretched
with
out
him,
on the canvas. He was gassed out. He was dog tired. He only won it because of his name.
Remember, he fell going back to the stove. Fell over in the corner.
Oh my God.
So his gas tank ain't all that then.
It's just like when I saw
that was his
Williams
first
and Pater.
12 rounder. He was used to fighting
When I saw
teams.
Williams and Pater going life and death with Tevin Farmer, I said, "Oh, he ain't shit."
Bro, Jojo done lost 7 of his last 8 fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's more like
That
a
ain't got shit to
gatekeeper
do with
now.
Schofield. Yeah, hey, that ain't got shit to do with Floyd Schofield.
No, it
Yeah, he a
don't.
gatekeeper now.
Because from what you guys are telling me, Schofield is prime for an upset.
He
He's
could,
not
bro.
very good, bro.
Bro,
He's
Joe
really
And
not
there's
can
very
one
fight.
thing I
good.
love more than my favorite fighter winning in boxing. I love a good upset in boxing. It makes me feel so good to see an upset. Because you can't predetermine natural selection. You can't
Right.
put the horse before the cart.
Right,
And
right, right.
But you
boxing
look at these
loves to
dudes in
do
their
that.
fights. You look at these dudes in their fights, and you're like, if you go life and death with this dude, and they say you gonna beat that dude, going life and death with him? Nah. You can't feed me that.
Yeah,
You
it'd
can't
be
feed me
skill
that.
gaps. It'd be skill gaps for certain dudes.
You know, it's funny, like
Yeah.
Shane would always go life and death with contenders, but then step up in the championship fights.
Yeah, but you ain't Shane, bro.
No,
Williams
you're
and
right.
Petty is not Shane.
No. Oh, Williams DePeta, man. Williams DePeta is a is a great value Paul Williams. He's a great value
He's
Margarito.
not even that, bro.
Nah, hell
You're
nah.
supposed to get rid of an injured 37-year-old Tevin Farmer. If you're the number one contender at all four sanctioned bodies, you're supposed to knock him out, especially when he got one on.
But
You
William
could
They
ain't
ain't
like
supposed to
knocked
knock him
out. All
out
right, he
though.
more of a punch, break you down with that pressure.
Williams Zepeda ain't
Zapata,
shit, bro.
And he
Williams
easy to
DePeta,
beat though.
Williams
If you know
DePeta
how
is
to
the
box,
great
you
value
can beat
Margarito. A
Williams
lot of
Zepeda's
punches, but with
style.
no fizzle or bite.
He's
Yeah, like
trash.
if you know how to box, you can beat that Mexican style where they throwing a bunch of punches. That shit easy if you know how to box.
You got to
I
make
would
them
say
think
this,
before
bro.
they throw. You got to, because most
Like I
times
told him
fighters
before,
they just want to throw
like I told
punches.
him
If you
before,
can
I'm gonna
make
tell
someone
him
like that
again.
think before they throw, then you got the bag. Because fighters like that, they just want to throw punches. They don't want to think. They just want to instinctively go. Once you
Yeah,
start
and I thought
countering,
Farmer won the first fight.
Williams Zepeda ain't never gonna be champion of shit.
Nah,
Ever.
hell.
the IBO.
you should know Zapata, man.
I thought Farmer won the
He's
first fight
trash.
though.
But Cam, what did I tell
Farmer
you
did win the first
before that
fight.
fight? What was I telling
Farmer
everybody?
did win the
What was I
first fight,
saying
but
every night?
Golden Boy had the books cooked.
Yeah,
Golden Boy
What
had
was
the
I
books
saying
Farmer
every
won the
night,
first
Cam?
fight.
Was I not telling y'all he was trash?
You said
I've been telling
Shakur was
y'all
gonna
that
whoop
dude's
his
trash,
ass and
man.
everything. That's what you said. But you
I
the
Dude's
knew
good
that
trash.
nigga
motherfucker.
win when you say he trash though.
I knew that motherfucker
I
was
can't
trash.
give Shakur credit for beating a dude like that. That dude ain't shit.
Damn, man. That's
Hey,
crazy.
Shakur step on T.O. How you gonna
He get credit for
look
that.
at him?
He get credit for that.
I don't think this fight gonna happen, man. That's just me, man.
I
I
think
don't think
Teofimo
this
gonna
shit
price
ain't gonna
himself
happen.
out. I think
He
Teofimo gonna
probably
price himself
will.
out.
But this
It's gonna be
T.O.
because
last
of
shot
Tio. It
though.
won't be because of
This
Shakur.
T.O. last shot. I don't think nobody gonna fuck with T.O. if he pull out this fight.
I agree, Rich. I agree.
Tio too much of a
I
drama
agree.
queen.
Yeah, he gonna be too much of a risk. Like ain't nobody gonna want to invest no money in this nigga. He fuck around, not even make the fight.
They're gonna have to Teofimo gonna have to do what Joe Calzaghe used to have to do. When Joe Calzaghe was champion, he was pulling out of quite a few fights. When he was scheduled to fight Glenn Johnson came said we need a deposit. Because you done pulled out of 3 fights. We need a deposit. Because we're not gonna go through a whole camp just for you to pull out and we get nothing. And Joe had to pay a deposit because he was known for pulling out of fucking fights.
Mm-hmm.
He had to pay a deposit to Glenn. He didn't do that fight. He had to pay a deposit to what's his name? Lacey. He had to pay a deposit to Lacey because they were worried because he was almost pulled out of that fight because of a broken hand. His dad had to make him take the fight.
I tell you what, though, if Teofimo pulls out of this fight, he better go ahead and be a trash man because you'll never get nothing.
That boy gonna be on Pro Box TV. He gonna be the only champion on Pro Box TV.
Yeah.
He gonna relocate to Miami and everything.
That's
I'm just
that's
not.
gonna be
I'm
as
not
good as it
sold.
gets
Tio
for him.
go take. That's what I'm saying. It ain't gonna be on Shakur and it'll be on Tio. And I'm just looking at it. I'm like, man, why they ain't they talk about they're final. Yeah, they've been finalizing negotiations for the last damn month.
because T.O. want too much fucking money. Like, I agree with he was getting underpaid with Bob, but then when he turned down 8 figures to fight Devin, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He's scared to take another L.
Yup, because he was embarrassed against with the Kambosos loss in MSG. He was embarrassed more than anything else. He's like, damn, I lost my showcase fight, my defense, all in one go. Damn, at home. Damn, I can't let that happen again.
No.
It was a triple whammy. You lost to a quote unquote unknown name in your hometown in your showcase fight. Yeah, that's bad.
That's nasty work, man. I'm about to shut it down, fellas, man. Salute
It's
to
been
y'all, fellas,
beautiful.
man. You already know, man.
Captain Cam, Sir
Thank
Shelton
you, brother.
Moore,
Appreciate you.
Money Rich
Appreciate
Porter.
you.
You already know,
Appreciate
man.
all y'all fellas, man. Have a good night, man. Y'all get some rest.
All day,
For
y'all
sure,
do
for sure,
too.
man. For sure. Y'all already know, y'all, man. Great show today, man. Great dialogue today, man, for sure. You know, my main thing was, what means more to you? The fighters are the fights, and I said the fighters because of the fact that I feel like you care about the fighters, you care about them in general, you care about the whole sport in general. You know what I mean? So definitely, man, great show today. Got content on the way. I'm gonna be off tomorrow, so I'm gonna be dropping some content. I might have a live tomorrow too, for real, for real. So I'll let y'all know for sure. So just stay tuned into the channel, man. We working, man. Salute to everybody, man. This was another great one. It's Boost Fight Week, and we gonna be tapped in with that shit. We gonna be giving some predictions for that fight, probably Friday. So we got a lot of shit going on this week for tomorrow and Friday. So just stay tuned. I got content. I'm recording shit tonight that I'm gonna be dropping tomorrow. So stay tuned into the channel, man, for sure. Much love to everybody, man. That was in the super chat today, man. I much appreciate the love from everybody today. And we out of here.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.